negotiate with a conservative.
Wait, what's wrong with gay marriage?
Marriage, should be between a man and a woman.
Why?
Because they are the genders that would produce a child.
Okay, so
And that's
if
one of
you
the big
can't
reasons for
reproduce,
marriage.
if you can't reproduce with someone, then you can't get married to them, under your view?
No. What I said was man and women can reproduce. Therefore, marriage should be a system that's set up so men and women can be together.
Not all men and women can reproduce. So what's your point?
Yeah, but only a man and a woman can reproduce. So the exception doesn't disprove the rule, Parker.
Yeah, so all men and women, that particularly in general, right, that they can produce children means that a relationship with them would then be justified. Can I ask you a question? Do you think
Ask me
oral
three
sex
if you have to.
do you
Ask
think
me three if you have to.
do you think oral sex is wrong?
No, not inherently.
Does that lead to reproduction?
No.
Okay, so engaging in actions that
Well, I
don't
don't know.
have a majority of the
I'm an
circumstances.
incel, so I don't know.
You're an incel?
Well, yeah, I'm an incel, so I just don't remember.
I can
But
tell.
no, it doesn't.
The point that I'm
Well,
making
that's
is that most circumstances when you engage in oral sex, well, actually all circumstances, it doesn't lead to pregnancy.
You're echoing, Dean.
It doesn't.
How would this disprove my point?
Because you said if you engage in an action in which most times does not lead to reproduction, then it's going to be wrong if it's relating to the context of marriage, sex,
I did not
things
say
like
that. I did not say that, Parker. That's a straw man. What I said was marriage, the concept of marriage is a social construct. It's created for one of the main purposes, for reproduction, for legitimacy of your children, your heirs, all that. Men and women can reproduce. Therefore, the rule should be men and women should get married. You want to debate AB now, buddy?
Wait, how about this? Would you say it would be wrong to marry women that were born without a uterus? Because most women women that were born without a uterus, you can't have a child with them. So are you saying it would be wrong for them to get married?
You stuttered, and you just made the same point. You said, okay, not all people can get pregnant. I said the exception doesn't disprove the rule.
Yeah, but this isn't an exception in this case, because for everyone specifically who's born without a uterus, who's a woman, they won't be able to give birth.
There's still a woman, and you stuttered, bro.
Yeah, but you're not understanding. The point is that for this particular group of people, right, it is the case that you will not be able to have a child with them through the context of intercourse. So would it be wrong to engage in a marriage with that particular person?
Okay, so
Can I bring up a point after this as well?
Yes,
total straw man. Just you keep bringing up what if someone can't get pregnant? It's once again, I said the rule. The only person that could get pregnant is a woman, and right, the only person that can get her pregnant is a man. Therefore, we created marriage as a good reason to keep together families, and families are good because I'm a conservative. Any other topic you want to go to?
You didn't really respond to my question there. Like I said, in the context of the particular relation between someone who is born without a uterus, right, and someone who's biologically male. Do you think in that context that it would be wrong? Because again, no one specifically who's biologically female born without a uterus can actually have children.
Well, I'm not saying it'd be right or wrong, dude. I said it shouldn't be legal. Anyway, so whatever this point is,
I want to make a point.
It's moot. It's a moot
you know what another rule is? Rule is that.
Let's hear Dean Withers.
Is it Thorkus? Been a while. Didn't miss you.
Didn't miss you.
Didn't miss you, Thorkus.
I go. Wait, I got to get the camera on.
Okay. Anyways, another rule is once cis women go through menopause, they're infertile. That's another rule, right?
You guys keep bringing up that like this is irrelevant to the question.
No. Can we just agree that is a rule?
That women lose fertility?
Yeah, when cis women go through menopause, they become infertile.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Okay, all right.
But
so that's not. I just want to clarify now that that's not an exception to the rule. That is a rule in of its own. So therefore, would you argue that, like, for instance, my dad, who got remarried to a 60-year-old woman a couple of years back, that had went through menopause, should not have legally been allowed to marry her, since in all circumstances, this all-encompassing rule, when a man will marry a woman who has been through menopause, they will not be able to produce offspring.
Okay, yeah. So once again, it just doesn't. The points you're bringing up just don't make sense because one, I'm a high IQ rationalist, but. Hold on, I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting sabotaged.
You guys, Marcus, you know that he completely debunked you there, because that is you just said that you only could dispute it because it's an exception, but this would be a rule So
No.
you just say it's wrong to marry older women that have met
Bro,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
hit
This is
menopause.
buddy.
this is like seriously.
I'm
This isn't like an exception to the rule.
You guys are low IQ.
This is the rule. No, listen to me, Thorkus. This is the rule. We agreed.
It is the
It
rule.
a
It is the
rule
rule.
that
And you know who else
once
rules?
cis women
Thorkus.
go through menopause, they become infertile. Therefore,
Dean.
in all scenarios of like older men marrying older women, they're not going to be able to have kids. That's a rule.
You want to know what also is a rule? That Trump supporters aren't smart. That's the rule.
Bro, okay,
Thorkus,
no,
you're
because
proof
I
of
know
that.
you guys are making. Okay, wait, give me like 1 fucking
Thorkus,
second.
I think you're the lowest
You guys are
IQ
making-
conservative I've ever debated.
Whoa! I'm the highest IQ conservative, handsome, freaky. I look good, and I'm the best. Let me make the point. Let me make the damn point. Is that so crazy? In a debate, I could talk.
I don't
Parker?
think you can make a point, but try.
All right, let's hear. So what I said was we created the social construct institution of marriage so we could keep families together. Men and men could never make baby. The men and men cannot reproduce, right?
Man and woman who's gone through menopause cannot reproduce. We should
Yes.
exclude them from that.
No. That's
concept,
not what I'm saying.
right?
The concept of marriage is it's for man and woman to have baby. Just because the woman gets old and then even the man gets old and they can't have a baby eventually, I mean, I wouldn't care if 60-year-olds couldn't get married that much, but that's not even what I'm saying. It's not what even I'm saying, Dean Withers.
Wait. I just genuinely don't get it. If marriage is all about reproduction, then why don't we just fucking only allow individuals who can reproduce to get married? Like that seems like it would follow, no?
Because that would be okay in legal. Listen, let me educate y'all a little bit. In the law, you have to make rule. It's generalities. Law, we can't be precise and nuanced with every single damn law.
Okay,
but we
so
could add our
then
warnings.
men should not marry older women because in general older women once they meet a certain age aren't fertile. So given
This
that
is
that's
a
the case,
low
then you would
IQ
say wait,
point.
because that's
This
a
is
general.
low
No, it's
IQ
not.
response.
No, it's not. You have no response other than just to say it's low IQ.
Okay.
Because it is.
So can we agree that 90-year-old women are not fertile?
Well. What about the one that got pregnant one time? That's how you guys operate. You low IQ.
Wait, you said
you're
general,
the
not exception. You said general, not exception, right? You said rule, not exception, right?
Yeah, girl, I did.
Oh, okay. So if we're gonna reference rule and not exception,
that woman hits the menopause, it's always
doesn't that logically
No, it
entail
doesn't.
that you should not be able to marry older women?
Okay, let's go around. Okay, we're going in circles. Why did we create marriage? Dean Withers and Parker get a job.
Well, I don't think marriage is only when you have children. I think people specifically, again, all right, marriage is not defined by having children. There are many couples that do not have children that I think still have a legitimate context of marriage.
Obfuscation. Why did we create
Let me ask you this
marriage?
question: if everyone on the planet became infertile, would it be immoral to get married?
If insane hypothetical happened that changes the entire course of human history, would I be right? Dude, oh my God, they're gotta be fucking with me.
Also using the original intention for marriage as an argument for what the legal bounds of marriage should be.
I just asked.
Because you agree that, like, why did we originally create marriage? Like a union for life, right? That would therefore imply that if we are to assume that the motivations for marriage should define the legal parameters for marriage, that it should be illegal to divorce your partner?
Holy fuck, bro! Like I don't know what to say, Dean Withers. You're going schizo on me with these points.
Don't say that.
Say it one more time. Oh, I won't say that. I'm so sorry, Dean.
I'm not Dean.
If we are to say that
okay.
marriage A serves the intention of bringing two people together for the purpose of reproduction, then why don't you B defend the premise that marriage should only be legal for two people that should be able to that can reproduce with one another, and C, why don't you add an addendum onto the marriage contract that if you sign this contract, you are pledging to have children?
Fuck you. Hold on, I got another call. You said, why don't you apply to the contract? What? I heard everything before that.
Would you agree, right, that we should add an addendum to all marriage contracts in America that upon signing, the two signees are contractually obligated to have children?
No.
So therefore, you think individuals should be able to get married and not be obligated to reproduce?
As a general heuristic, do you know what that word means, Dean? it should be man and woman because that's the equation that creates child, right? We have a marriage for heritage.
No, that's actually
we gotta
not. That's
pass our
actually not
property
true.
down.
That's not true. That's not the equation that creates children.
Wait,
No.
what? Okay, so wait, man and woman doesn't equal child?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. That's not necessarily implied.
Or are we gonna debate gender ideology? Because that's a wife with
No. I listen. I'm assuming your definitions of man and woman. It still doesn't necessarily imply children. So if you want to say that x plus y equals z, then can we agree that you're arguing that x plus y necessarily equals z?
You are getting. Do not take this to fucking philosophy. I'm saying.
Dude, no. Come on. Answer my question. When we say 2 plus 2 equals 4, we're not saying that 2 plus 2 generally equals 4. We're not saying that 2 plus 2 sometimes equals 4. We're saying that 2 plus 2 necessarily equals 4.
Dean.
So therefore,
legal system.
Answer this question. So therefore, right, if 2 plus 2 wasn't always equal to 4, then 2 plus 2 would not equal 4, correct?
Has baby ever been made without man and woman?
Answer my question. Answer my question.
Has a baby ever been made without a man and a woman?
Answer my question. Please answer my question.
I'm not getting trapped by a low IQ trap. This is slander. No, I'm not. You're saying because a man and a woman don't always make a baby. Is that the point you're trying to make?
Because man and woman don't always make baby.
Yes, but baby always comes from man and woman. Baby always comes.
Would you agree that hydration always comes from water?
Yes.
Oh, sure. so therefore, like all water is going to give you hydration. Like fucking drinking seawater won't kill you.
I guess.
Can you get hydrated from seawater, Thorkus?
No.
Exactly my point. So although water leads hydration, not every time you drink water will you become hydrated.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So although man and woman can lead to baby, not every time you take a man and you take a woman,
you're trying to logic bro me. You're trying to logic bro me right now.
Yeah, and you're getting cooked.
No, you're not Dean Withers. No, I'm not Dean Withers. You're actually doing too much. Like, let me get the fucking camera on. I'm gonna tell your ass thing or two about fucking politics.
You don't have the ability to turn your camera on, bro.
Surely I do.
No, you don't.
Surely I do. Because you don't want to get mobbed.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop it.
You literally don't have the ability to.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. Anyways, Thorkus is just
holy duck, quack quack. Am I right, chat?
See ya.
No, let him get off. He needs a drink. All right, Parker. You want to do another topic? I'll debate you on any topic. I'll let you know what I did.
Any topic.
Well, here's the thing. You guys bullied me off the platform, and I said, you know what? I'm never losing a debate to Dean and Parker again. So I studied Parker.
So you admit that you've lost debates to us?
Yeah, in the past, right? That's name a great man who never failed. Name a great man who never fucking chipped up every now and then. You know, it's character development.
Do you believe in Jesus?
What does that even mean?
Are you Christian?
No. Agnostic. Oh, you want a philosophy?
Yeah, I was about to say name a great man that's never failed. I was about to say if you believe in Jesus, well, that would be true. But yeah, okay. Well, you failed every single time you came up on my live. So what's going to tell you that you're going to do any different now?
Holy slander! That was last year. I was when I wasn't.
Got cooked. How does it feel?
I didn't get cooked. It was like an even sparring match. It was an even sparring match.
You got cooked,
and everyone. The whole chat agreed. I was looking good. I was making good points, but I couldn't bring it home.
Agreed that you're ridiculous.
I couldn't bring it home. Dean Parker, get a job. But all right,
what do you want to give us an argument? Give me a single reason why you support Trump.
Like I said, the conservative policies thing. I want to debate my conservative ideology. If you want to,
go ahead and tell us what conservative views do you hold to?
You want to debate
the one you brought up earlier already got debunked.
No, it fucking didn't. It didn't.
You gave no argument.
It's a heuristic.
You gave no argument as to why gay marriage should be illegal, because I gave you a basis for that. That it would entail that it would be the case that you'd have to make it illegal to marry older women who are infertile.
Oh my God. Okay. With legal systems, they're heuristics, right? They're not. It won't apply to every single case because it's a law. It's a human law. We can't fucking make things perfect. However, the concept of marriage, we created it to pass on we need to pass on our property, our money, and we also need to repopulate the fucking country to grow it because I'm against mass immigration. Right, guys? Who's with me? Oh, man, because they're not assimilating.
What does that mean?
They gotta, speak English. They gotta worship Jesus Christ if
No, we
they
don't.
worship anyone. I think they should.
Wait, you said worship Jesus Christ. You don't even do that yourself.
Well,
Yeah. As an agnostic,
well,
you're saying that they need to worship
all of-
Jesus Christ. That's an embarrassing point of view.
it's not.
And also,
though.
did
Well,
Jesus speak English?
religion's for the low IQ, and it doesn't
Religion's
matter.
for the
'cause
low IQ, but if they come to our country, they have to be religious.
Well, it's for the moderate IQ, the average.
Wait, so to
I'm
clarify,
really
you
high
only
IQ,
want wait,
so I
so
don't
to,
need
so to
it.
clarify, you only want low IQ individuals to come into our country?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not at all.
Okay,
Well,
so,
okay,
then,
when
so
I say
you don't
'cause
want them
my
to be
IQ 's
religious
so
under
high,
your
I'm the
view.
highest IQ when you're the highest IQ conservative, you can't go anywhere but down. You get what I'm saying? So like 130 is low to me. Type.
Okay, if you think that you have over a 130 IQ, then I'm sorry. That is just the most embarrassing thing I have ever seen.
How when I cook you and Dean Withers, who are professional debaters, by the way, on a nightly basis. It's going to be a
Marcus,
nightly basis.
I don't even think I have a 130 IQ. I think that's a pretty high IQ. I don't think you have anywhere near a 130 IQ. I think your
I'm glad you
IQ
think it's high.
is
I'm glad you think
maximum
that's
room
high.
temp.
On God, you're weird. On God, you're like, bro, slander.
I'm saying it's
Ad-hom?
maximum room temp.
Ad-hom? Question mark?
That's not an ad hom. I'm just telling you what I believe and what's descriptively true.
If you believe that was an insult, it would still be an
It
ad
wasn't an
hominem.
insult. It was just a
It would
description
still
of reality.
be an ad hominem. Spell
Dude,
ad hominem.
I am telling you, it's a description of reality.
I'm gonna let that one sit because that was fucked up.
Oh,
You're supposed to be a role model. You're supposed to be a role model, but you won't even debate. Instead, you're gonna slander.
I've debated you already and debunked you on every single one of these
I've
points.
had
You
to
haven't
learn.
told me anything. You seriously have yet to tell me anything. You said assimilate, but then
I spent
again,
a year knowledge maxing. Oh yeah, they need to assimilate because you need to speak the same language as your neighbor in case there's
you don't.
disagreements. Yeah, you do.
no, you don't.
If you can't speak to your neighbor, how the fuck are you gonna get on? How will we fix political division? You're a part of this, by the
Hey,
way.
dude,
How do we fix?
You have Google Translate. We live in a modern era. You can
Oh
translate.
my god, yeah, it totally helps you pick up on tone and
And by
that's
the way,
such a nonsense.
do you always interact with your neighbors? I don't think that you have to
Hell
interact
no,
with your neighbors.
hell no, they're weird.
I have a question. Do you think specifically people who don't speak English, right? Do you think that they shouldn't be allowed to live in your neighborhood?
I think a nation should speak the same language. Yes, I think that's
So
so that would
everyone
imply
within
my
a nation
neighbors.
should speak the same language.
Yeah, they should try to at least or learn it.
Okay, so then can I ask you this question?
Ask me 3 because I'll debunk them all.
Okay, so you're saying in every country we go to, you should only speak one language. Okay, and if you for people who live in Canada, do you think that there shouldn't be any people who only speak French?
That's Canada.
Wait, but I'm just asking you.
Holy
For
straw,
example,
man.
for Canada, do you think that there shouldn't be any people in Canada that speak only French?
Canada's a lost cause. Why would I care about that? I'm talking about the USA.
No, I'm asking you.
Conservatism.
I'm asking you. If you were living in Canada, right, what would you
Mhm.
say should be the context? Should it be that only people speak English? Or could you say that there could be multiple different languages that are acceptable to exist within a country?
Well, it's funny you bring up Canada because you're implying they are a multilingual society.
Yes,
but it's
they
a
are.
shitty society because they're lib to hell. They're left wing liberals, and I don't like it. Marcus
but
don't like
I'm just
it.
asking you a very clear and basic question, right? Can multiple languages exist within a country, and can that make
Not
sense?
a good one. Not a good one.
Yes, a good one. It can exist. So I have a question. Do you think that America, the United States, is the best country in the world?
Fuck yeah.
What makes us the best country in the world?
You can go by our capitalism's pretty crazy. We have the top 10. I don't know how many of the top 10 companies globally. I love the founding fathers. They were awesome. Constitution is I think it's the longest standing document, right? That a country uses to govern. That's pretty based as fuck. I also live here and I was born here. I fuck with it. So that's 3 reasons. Did I cook, chat?
You gave 4, but you can't count, so I wasn't expecting that.
Whoa.
Secondly-
what are these fucking slights?
Secondly, if you want to look at capitalism, We do not have the freest market. Countries around the world have
I
more
didn't say we
economic
had the
freedom than
freest
we have
market.
here in the
I
United
did not.
States.
Oh, no,
So
no,
if
no,
you
no,
want to
no. Don't
reference
do that
just
to me.
capital, let me please
Do
finish.
not do that
If you
to
want to
me.
reference
I
just
did not
capitalism,
say that.
hold up. Can I please finish?
What did I say? Do you even remember? I said we're the top 10, like 9 of the top 10 companies globally, or like at least a good majority.
I have a question. You said that only good countries, right, speak one language, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do we speak multiple languages in the United States?
Are you reading fucking Discord?
And I'm asking the question: Do we speak
He's
multiple? Do we speak
Holy shit,
multiple
he's getting-
languages in the United States?
Is Dean texting you? He's got a drink in
I
his hand.
asked
send
you a
public
question. Can you
talking
answer the
points.
question? Do we speak multiple
That's-
languages in the United States descriptively?
Of course, yes.
Okay,
we
so it's
always
not a
have.
good country.
I said we should learn. They should try to learn the English.
Wait, no,
so
hold
it
up.
will be a good
You
country.
wait, stop. You literally just said.
Oh my
Wait, you just
God.
said that if there is multiple languages
Bro,
spoken
why
in a
are
country.
there
Wait,
Canadians in
listen,
chat?
listen. If there are multiple languages spoken in a country, that it's not a good country. There are multiple languages spoken in the United States, therefore it's not a good country under your view. So not only is it not the best country under your own worldview based upon your own reasoning there, but it's obviously ridiculous you don't use that reasoning. Secondly,
Hell no.
right? If you want to look at the Constitution,
Bad
Donald Trump
point.
himself called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, and violates constitutionally protected rights.
Dude
to a
is
greater
reading
extent.
GPT. You're reading fucking ChatGPT. You're weird, dude. Nah,
Dude,
this
I
dude's
literally
got better.
debunk him so bad that he thinks I'm using AI.
I'm watching your eyes move across. You're looking at
Because
the
I have
side.
2 monitors, and I have the YouTube stream, the TikTok stream. What are you talking about? And I
brother.
also have people who
Oh,
are sending me
brother.
donations. Like, for example, Benjamin, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
now we go-
Paige with
now
the
we go. Now he's getting
$4.20.
money.
Thank you so much,
Bro,
Paige.
you're weird.
Benjamin, thank you for the
You're
$25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Madeline,
getting
thank
money,
you so much.
aren't you?
Really appreciate the $1. Alan, thank you for the $1. Jeanette, thank you so much for the $4.20. Sarah with the $40 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Rockin'
I appreciate it.
libertarians
Thank
here,
you.
not the
Emily, thank you for the
libertarian
$10. Thank you so much. Tammy, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Daniela, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Pedro, thank you so much
What
for
a
the $1.
capitalist. What a
Rachel,
greedy
thank you so much for the
capitalist.
$5. Thank you so
You
much, Rachel.
fucking- you're-
Grace, thank you for the $2.
You're stealing money
Deja,
from the people.
Deja, thank you for the $11. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kendra, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
my God,
Thank
bro.
you so
That's
much.
getting flexed on.
You got to convince Cadence. You got to convince Cadence for sure. D Dunn, thank you so much for the $5. Maddie, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Maddie. I really appreciate it. Thank
feel
you so
so
much for the W's
inferior right
for
now.
Maddie in
I
the
feel
comment
so
section right now.
inferior.
Thank you so much, Maddie. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Some W's for Maddie in the comment section. Libby with the $25 for steal more of my money. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Libby. Can we get some W's for Libby in the comment section right now? Thank you so much for letting me steal your money. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. ESK, thank you
Lots
so much. I
of
really
money,
appreciate the $2.
lots of
Thank you.
donations.
Evelyn, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Andy, thank you for the $3.
Do I look good?
Rufus, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you
Do
so
I
much.
look good?
Madison, thank you for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Madison. Again, thank you so much. Jen, thank you for the $6. Nailed
I
it. Thank you
look
for the
good?
$5. Andy with the $8. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for quiet incel. Thank you so much, Feisty. I really appreciate the $10.
I am a self-proclaimed
Call me-
incel, involuntarily.
Call Me Maple, thank you so much for the $50. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Include some W's for Call Me Maple in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Maddie, thank you for the $5. Madison with the $10. Sam, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Brenna, thank you so much for the $1. I definitely will. Effie, thank you so much for the €10. I nailed it again. Thank you so
Greedy
much. I really appreciate the
capitalist.
$2. Thank you. What's up?
You're a greedy capitalist, and you just treated these people with disrespect, and you're disrespecting me as a man. You money maxing on me. You're
Andy, thank you
deflecting.
for the $3. Tara, thank you so much for the $2 for Please Stop. Don't
I'm
take
not
my
small.
money. Winnie,
6'6",
thank you
by
for the
the way.
$10. Thank you
6'6",
so
by
much.
the way.
Andy, thank you for the
6'6", by the way.
$3. Lily,
Don't
thank
call
you
me
for the
fucking
$3
small.
for being a greedy capitalist. Thank you so much,
I'm
Lily,
not a small man.
for supporting the greedy capitalist on the stream. Thank you very
Not
much.
small.
Shelly, thank you for the $5. Thank you so
I'm a
much just to piss
grown-ass
off the
man.
guy. Maddie, thank you for the
I'm a
$5.
grown-ass
Thank you so much.
fucking man.
Oh, thank
Stop
you so
giving
much,
him money.
Maddie.
I get a cut of this. I get a fucking cut. Give me fucking 10% realistically. You know?
Nope.
Fuck. He's
Cope.
getting rich off my fucking name,
Cope.
dude. This is
You can
weird.
cope, Dorcas.
You're
You can cope.
coping. Okay.
It has
buddy.
nothing to do with you,
Okay,
Dorcas.
buddy. 6'6", by the way.
Spider, thank you for the $2.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you want to respond to any of my arguments, buddy? You got
Your
cooked. How does it
arguments
feel?
were low IQ. They were non sequiturs. They were straw man.
Wait, I proved under your own perspective that America
What?
is not a good country under your own view.
No, you did. First of all, you took a little. I said the greatest countries have a national language. That's my point.
Wait,
that's
but,
my
so
position.
we don't have a national language. Therefore, we're not a great country.
English is the Constitution is written in English. Parker,
That doesn't mean it's
get
the
a job.
national language, dude. That's ridiculous. Andy, thank you for the
What-
$8. Thank you
what's
so much.
the
I really
national
appreciate it. Thank you so
language?
much
What's
for
the
fuck the
national
incel.
what is it
Sarah,
then?
thank you for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sarah. And cool. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10.
Dude, I
Thank
get
you.
that $20. You like, come on. If you really think about it, if we're being fair,
You
if
didn't
you're
get-
a really
you
a
did not give
communist,
me
if-
shit. You didn't give me
you
shit.
used to be a communist, didn't you? I remember. You were
Yeah,
you were
true.
a commie. You went on Jubilee talking. I'm a commie. I love communism.
I
Talking about
never
Karl
went on
Marx.
Jubilee saying that.
Well, you said you used to be, and I was like, this fucking guy, you know, he's grifting. He's grifting the liberals. This is what he's doing, you guys. He's a commie in disguise. He's Hassan Piker, but less charismatic. He's trying to steal. He's trying.
That was embarrassing.
He's
You said wait, dude. What, dude? Marcus, is this the best you have, bro?
He's stealing. Fuck, hold on. He's fucking trying to make you guys
You
far
think I'm
left.
a communist?
Oh, you're a liberal grifting communist in disguise.
A liberal
Calling it
grifting
you.
communist you have, bro. Look at Parker get a job, the grifting communist. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Rodney with the $10. Thank you so much. DRG, thank you so much for the $5.
Thank you for the rose.
Joanna, thank you so
rose.
much. I really
Thank you for-
appreciate the membership subscription. Jack, thank you for the $10. Cassandra, thank you
Thanks
so
for
much
the
for the
rose.
$2. I really appreciate Chase.
so
Thank you for the
good. Ice
$5.
cream
Thank
so
you so much
good.
for the
ice
grittiest
cream
man
so
alive.
Ice cream so good. All right, bro. Are you trying to fucking?
My name is Parker Get a Job, and I am the greediest man alive. To the outside world, I'm a normal debate bro on TikTok, but secretly, with the help of my friends on the Parker Get a Job stream, I can spread communism to the world around us. I steal money from people on TikTok, and I grift harder than anyone's ever seen, and I'm the only one that can grift enough to stop the conservatives.
Thanks for the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Thanks for the SpongeBob. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jerome.
dude, new intro for the Parker Get a Job stream. Parker Get a Job, the griftiest man alive. Dude. Lily, thank you for the $3 for adding to the greed. Kaya, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Kayla, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Eli for the $5 for you greedy communists. Natasha, thank you so much for the $15. I really appreciate your liberal grifting donation.
Shit, dude.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
You
it.
just made my
thank
whole
you so much for the
shift's worth
$15.
in
Thank you, Sky.
45 seconds,
Maria,
dude.
thank you for the membership subscription. Done. Thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Parker,
Thank you.
how do you feel that? How do you feel that me, an actual American who works hard, I create value, I create shareholder value, you're over here fucking just stealing money from the people, and you're not even redistributing it? Tell me that. Tell me how that's relevant, or how that works at all.
Charlie, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. And Kara, thank you for the
Do I
$5.
look good, chat? Do I look good, chat? Do I look good, chat?
Why are you just randomly saying this, dude?
Y'all lucky, because that was my best quote when we used to debate, dude. That shit was viral.
Marcus, didn't you tell me that you were gonna create an account and be bigger than me?
That is what I said. And then I look.
Wait! No, I remember this. You said
I will.
you were gonna have a bigger platform than me. Do you remember that?
I will.
Susanna,
Well,
thank you for the $20. Thank you so much for Comrade
Wait.
Parker. Thank you.
Is there not future still? Is there not still future?
Hey, dude, I thought
I'm
you were gonna
beating
start
you.
going live. What happened?
Well, dude, okay, you gotta understand. With a guy like me, I got priorities, right? I got priorities. You know?
Priorities to
I could
get
do it.
dog walked. Not only priorities to get dog walked in the debate,
God, I can't.
but also
I can't
to
wait.
completely deflect away constantly without actually engaging with any of the
Buddy,
arguments I
buddy.
brought up.
Little bro, I cannot wait. You know, you just inspired me because you just created your fucking arch enemy. I already was your nemesis before, you and Dean. It takes two of y'all to take me. Nope, pause. Yeah, but once I fucking grow, you're gonna be regretting saying that, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, maybe I should grift conservative now because Marcus is doing so good. He's got fans, and he looks good too doing it." It's like, fuck. God.
Dude, Thorkus, you're so cringe. Would you like to actually
Really?
give me? Let's hear an argument from you. How about this?
Yeah, any topic you want, little bro.
Okay. Any topic? How about this? Can you name a single economic policy the Trump administration has influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class more than it benefit rich people?
No, because I don't care. I'm an ideologue. I don't care about fucking economics. What do I look like? What do I look like?
So you can't. Can I ask
And
you
what
this
a
question?
word salad question. What a
If
word
Donald
salad
Trump,
question.
if Donald Trump called for the execution of his political opponents, would you still support him?
What?
Yeah. If Donald Trump called for the execution of some of his political opponents, would you still support him?
No, I
No?
think murder's wrong. Schmurder is wrong.
Okay, so if I showed you a tweet of his reposting someone saying HANG them George Washington Wood, you would stop supporting him?
Did he? You said if he did assassinate versus whatever the fuck that comment was.
I said if he called for the execution of some of his political opponents, would you still support him? And you said no. He did call for the execution of some of his political opponents.
Read
therefore
it.
You don't
Read
support
the
him.
tweet.
Yeah, it was he reposted someone saying HANG them George Washington Wood.
Oh my god, he reposted. Oh my god, this is what these libs do. They do this little Twitter game. If you reply to one right winger, you're now a Yahtzee. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you repost someone saying HANG them George Washington Wood, you would say that's calling for that. Not only that, but he also said that they were engaging in seditious behavior that he said was punishable by death, and that was his own tweet. Sam, thank you for it.
Once again, that's not a call to. He didn't. Even if honestly, I thought you were gonna come to something better than that. Like he reposted something.
You want me to show you the video?
Actually, yes.
This is a video of that Dean made that shows everything. I got you.
You're gonna make me
Greatest thing of the galaxy. Thank you. Yes, you do have to watch Dean. How does that make you feel?
stop. I used to be a Dean Withers fan, but then he started.
You
He
still
stopped
are.
grifting.
You
He stopped
still are a
selling
Dean Withers
courses.
fan.
He stopped selling courses on me.
Yeah,
was a
I know.
member.
You wanted to live that E-Roach lifestyle.
The
Thank you so much.
Bible?
Really
What
appreciate it.
was
Thank you.
The
Yeah, dude,
e-Bible.
I know that you wanted to live that E-Rich lifestyle.
Well,
The
I'm just a
president-
humble. You know, I'm a broken cell, and that's just how it's gonna be for life.
E-Rich
No,
lifestyle.
play the
Gotta love
fuck.
it. Gotta
You're a
love that
rich
E-Rich
incel.
lifestyle, right?
Did Parker just self-proclaim incel? Clip it. Clip that
Did I self-proclaim what?
incel.
That didn't even make any sense.
You just
Alrighty.
said you weren't one.
No, I didn't, dude. What are you
Oh
talking
my
about?
god, bro. Dean, bro, I mogged the fuck out of Dean. Don't I, chat?
It's so embarrassing. Shut up.
Of the United States of America, Donald Trump is now demanding the execution, more specifically the hanging of any
Oh my
Democrat
God, a
urging our
sensationalist
military
Dean
to
video.
ignore any
He's pretty good at this.
unlawful order given to them by him. I can't believe
I'm not in
that
love
this
with
is
Dean
a
now.
video. I never thought I would be reporting this headline in my life.
Thank
and
you,
just
Phoenix.
to clarify, you heard me right. If you want members of our military to honor their oath and uphold the Constitution, then Donald Trump wants you dead. So here's everything that you need to know. Donald Trump posted this on
bro.
Truth Social. He responded to a post published by the Washington Examiner titled, "Democratic Veterans in Congress Urge Service Members to Refuse Unspecified Unlawful Orders," by saying that this is really bad and dangerous to our country, and that their words cannot be allowed to stand. He then followed that up with a second post that reads, "This is seditious behavior, punishable by death." And then he reposted a comment that reads, quote unquote, "Hang them, George Washington Wood."
What the
This is the most dystopian thing I've ever seen. Donald Trump has become
Jesus, I can't believe he did that. You just changed my entire mind. Not? It's a tweet, bro. Grow up.
So this is what I mean. You'll support him no matter what, Thorkus. You don't have
No,
an actual
no.
argument. You
If-
just
if-
said that you
if
just said that
he-
you wouldn't support him if he called for the execution of some Democrats, and then now that you've heard that it's actually applicable to him, you've now changed your mind, backtracked, and then said that you still will support him even if he calls for the execution of some Democrats.
It's not. That is not a direct call to execution.
That is
It's
a
not even.
direct call.
It's not
That
even
is a
by an
direct call.
individual. It's not even addressing an individual. He
It is.
said
It was
they're-
Democratic veterans. It was Democratic veterans in Congress that posted a video talking about how people shouldn't follow unlawful orders.
He's saying they're traitors, and that was punishable by death. Not a direct call to
and then
violence
he
at any
literally
individual.
reposted someone with a direct call for violence.
It's
saying HANG
problematic
then
at
George
most.
Washington
It's
Wood.
problematic at most.
Wait, I have a question. So would you be okay with me reposting someone saying that about some Republicans?
It'd be problematic.
No, would you still support me?
I would if I were not voting Parker for president. God
No,
forbid.
would
we let
it be
that
would it be
comment in there.
reasonable for people to still support me?
Right. Yes, absolutely.
It would. So if I was calling for your execution, you'd think it'd be reasonable for the chat to still support me?
That's a jump. That's a jump. If you
Wait, no,
said
no, hold on.
Republicans, but
If, Thorkus, if I
hold on.
reposted someone that called for your execution, would you say that that people would be justified
Well,
in
I'd
the
be
chat and
personally
reasonable
involved
for
in
still
that, so
supporting
why
me?
wouldn't I switch up on you? Why wouldn't I switch up on you in that scenario?
No,
But if you
listen.
called for someone, if you directly called for someone else's death, I would definitely think it was pretty problematic.
Yeah, but like, would it be reasonable for people to still support me?
I think it would. I don't think words. Yeah, no. I don't. I think it would be reasonable.
I think
Okay, it
you
would
could
be
make an
reasonable.
argument.
So if I
If you were-
reposted
'cause think about
someone
it, 'cause think about
calling
it.
for
Parker,
if I
Parker.
reposted someone calling for Thorkis's death, he thinks it would be reasonable for
That's
everyone
a
in the chat to
totally
stay
different.
in
That's a
support of me.
That's a totally different argument, dude.
How
Like
so?
I said, it would be problematic if you called for my death. And once again, Donald Trump didn't call for an individual's death. He said
He
said
did.
a broad
He called
statement.
for democratic.
He said a broad
He
hyperbolic.
called for democratic veterans that were specifically posting this video. He called for their deaths. That's why Mark Kelly had literally death
brother.
threats and people come to his house and things like that after this happened.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
Oh, you can't accept reality.
Whoa, no, I didn't
You're
say
a,
that.
Thorkis,
I
you're
said
a
it's
little coward.
problematic at
You are a
most.
coward
I'm
because you
not-
can't be
what
truthful
the
because
fuck?
you can't
A
stand up and be
coward?
truthful to yourself for the betterment of the country. That's why you're a
Dog.
coward.
Think about.
You,
Okay,
you,
check this
you
out.
scour in
Holy
fear
slander.
of accepting
Holy
the
slander.
truth.
Holy slander. Thank you for saying that.
You
man.
cower in fear instead of accepting the truth.
How am I cowering in fear, Parker?
Because you won't
Get a
accept the
job.
truth when it's blatantly obvious in front of you.
I
Because
didn't
you
say
can't
that. I
acknowledge
said
when you're
if I
wrong.
was supporting you and you did the same thing he did, I would not. And if you had better policy than the other candidate, and I thought you were going to make the lives of Americans better based on your ideology, I would still vote for you.
Yeah. So okay. So again, wait. So
Little
you think
bro.
Do you think Democrats would be justified in supporting Democrats that call for the execution of some Republicans?
I would say it's problematic, but I wouldn't say
Would
throw
they
them
be
in jail.
justified in supporting them?
I would say it's problematic. Now, if they actually do it, or someone actually does, I think you could have a really good conversation about that. But like this whole like, oh, they tweeted a vague thing, a vague death threat. Yeah, I don't know. Like people,
vague
I mean, you guys
death
weren't
threat.
you guys celebrating?
By the way,
were
he
you guys
thinks it's
celebrating,
totally okay. Yeah, you
Kirk's
think it's
death?
totally okay for the president of the United States to retweet death threats?
Dude, half your fans celebrated Charlie Kirk's dying. We're gonna forget about that.
That's one. That's not true. Two, if you want to reference
remember
this,
that shit.
again, there's not a
made
single
me upset.
Democratic member that was running for the position of presidency that celebrated it, nor advocated for it, nor said that he deserved it.
Democrats would be entitled to supporting their Democratic candidate who might be a little problematic with his tweets. Are you happy? I'm still consistent. There's no inconsistency.
There is, because earlier in this live, you said that you wouldn't support Trump if this were true about him. You heard that it was
No, I
applicable to
didn't.
him,
I did
and then
not
you
say
still
that.
decided to support him.
I did not say that.
Put $100 on it right now. I'll play back the clip of you saying it. Put $100 on it right now.
Ooh, should I put $100 on a chat?
You won't.
No, I might have slipped up then. My bad.
Oh.
But play the clip. But play the clip. I want to still see.
Wait, no, you won't take the bet because you know you're wrong.
Well, I did just say that. Yeah, I said I probably did misspeak then. I didn't mean to say that. Okay?
Dude,
When I
that's
get
rough, dude.
I'm just nervous in front.
You're nervous?
No, I'm actually not, because I know I can beat you on every single debate topic. Pivot here. I don't care.
Marcus, you've lost on every topic we've brought up.
No, yeah, obviously you would think that.
Any
Obviously,
reasonable
you would
person would think that.
That's just like a what fallacy is that? That's appeal to fucking something. Y'all know what.
Appeal to something.
What is?
Marcus, you have honestly gotten dumber since the last time I talked to you.
Like, do you actually mean that, bro? Or
Like,
you actually-
I'm not gonna lie, I actually think that.
That's kind of. I mean, really, dude? That's not.
I didn't think that could happen.
This is slander and hateful, really. I mean,
Okay, sue
like,
me.
Should I?
Go
Could I
for it.
sue Parker?
Try it.
No, you probably have good lawyers. God.
I don't even have a lawyer.
One day, just let me talk for 30 seconds. One day, I'm going to show this world that a conservative debater like me can overcome the odds. I don't have to play second fiddle to Dean and Parker and Harry Schnitzen. I'm gonna become the better debate, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna leave it at that, Parker. Go debate your next guy, because we got a lot more to coming up, and I gotta use my camera for it.
Run
so I
away,
can make
coward.
you-
Run away, coward.
No, well, no, I'm staying. All right, I'm staying. Debate me, bro.
Well, you got dunked on too many times. You were just about to walk away.
Oh my God, bro! I gotta go to the function. There's a function tonight, Parker. Do I skip the function to debate you?
Dude, there's no function. You're an incel.
I'm an incel, yes, but I can still go. I can still go to the function. I won't get laid.
You
I
weren't,
can't say
you
no.
weren't invited. Well, you can't be just like showing up to events like
I'm
that. You weren't
6'6".
invited to.
I'm 6'6". I look good. I'm jacked. I mean, they're gonna let me in.
Thorcus, one, you're not 6'6".
We proved it on a live. You can look
Yeah,
up.
you're
Florcus
6'6"
on
if
TikTok.
you put in stuff in your shoes to make yourself taller.
How much fucking shit would have to be in my damn kicks, Parker?
Did you get the same did you get the same
Get a
surgery?
job.
Did you get the same surgery that Clavicular's trying to get?
Clav did.
Dude,
No,
you gotta try and make yourself 6'6" with
He's
a
not
surgery.
getting it anymore. He's not getting it anymore
Oh,
because he already looks
okay.
too good. Clav, by the way, G. Clip that one. Tell
That's
Clav he's a G.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Clav. What, you don't like Clav?
No, dude.
Why?
Of course you would like him. I mean, he's taking METH because he's quote unquote Aryan maxing. Okay. Yeah. Do you realize how stupid that is?
Oh no, I saw him say that. It's just funny hearing Parker get a job say that.
Dude,
I
he
mean,
looks
dude,
like he looks like 28 years old, 30 years old, and
He
he's like
looks
19.
good, Mogs.
He's like
Clavicular
19 years
Mogs.
old, dude.
All right, guys, I need you to clip this and have it the clavicular talk because I'm about to debate him on clavicular. Wow, he should be a clavicular fan.
That's embarrassing, dude. Thorcus, you're saying
Does
this
he?
just
Does
because
he look good? Does he, Mog?
Thorcus, you'd go on
Does
the
he look
stream
good?
and you'd be like,
Yeah, he look good.
Chat, rate me. Clavicular, please rate me.
That was before Clavicular, by the way. Like, you can't act. He just blew up, bro. You acting like that wasn't before him. I was the OG Clavicular. If anything, he looks up to me. Yeah,
That's
you know
what
what?
you did.
Fuck
That's what you do.
Clavicular. Fuck Clavicular while I'm at it. You don't look that good. I look better. But
He joins the live. He's like, hey, chat, what can I do to looks max?
No, I wasn't. It was pre-looks maxing. You're remembering wrong. But yeah, bro. I mean, Clavicular, he mogs. So how can you not like him? And he was right. He ascended.
Dude, this is so embarrassing, dude. This is actually embarrassing. Okay, you need to stop this right now. Like genuinely,
Bro,
this is why you're
stop
an incel.
believing the truth?
Hey, Thorcus, this
What's
is
wrong
why
with
you're.
that?
This is why you're
Wait,
an
what's wrong with being an incel?
incel. What's wrong with being an incel? Well,
Yeah.
what's wrong is that you're taking
Yeah.
out your hatred specifically on women, right? Or
No, I didn't say I
because of the
hated
fact
them. I
that you
just-
are
I just-
lonely and isolated because no woman wants to be with you.
When did I hate on women? I mean, I probably would if you asked me enough questions. But
Dude,
when did I do it in this
You
life?
literally made my point for me.
What are you,
You just
talking
said
about,
I
bro?
might do that if this happened. You understand? And by the way, Thorcus, how do I know that you hate on women? Because I've talked to you before.
What did I say that was hateful to women? Oh my
Thorcus,
God, dude.
what are you talking about? You've come
Are
up on this live stream denying, right, the essay that Donald Trump is engaged in. You understand that, right? Like multiple times.
I ain't talking about that, dude. You're trying to pivot. Why are incels bad?
What'd you say?
Why are incels bad?
I just explained to you. Could you not track the conversation? Maybe you need to IQ max, bro.
What if
Maybe
what
you
if
need to
I
critically
did
think
IQ max?
bro.
I did IQ max. I told
Not
you I
very well.
spent a year studying. I spent
well,
a year studying.
you hit your max IQ at room temp.
Yeah, room temp in a room full of geniuses, maybe.
Yeah. IQ maxing isn't going to go very far for you, bro.
You don't even understand what you're saying. You don't understand rhetoric. You don't understand logic. You're a communist in disguise. Remember that whole talking point? I'm telling you,
you
Chad.
keep calling me a communist, but you don't even know what a communist is. Can you define communism?
Oh, I'll use your Jubilee definition because I studied, boy. You
go
act like I
ahead,
didn't
tell me.
study. You think I didn't study?
Go ahead, tell me. What is communism?
A moneyless, classless, stateless society, said by Parker on Jubilee, June 24th, 2024. I remember the day. Look at him grinning. He's keeping me from the function, chat.
I love that you're a fan, that you remember every single one of the definitions that I say.
Well,
It's great.
I had
and I bet
studied.
that's when you first learned what communism is. Now, based upon that definition, I'm not a communist. Okay, I'm not advocating for a stateless, moneyless, or
Were
classless
you?
society.
Were you? Were
No.
you one? Were you one?
Was I in the past? Yeah.
So you were in the past a communist?
Mhm.
Say it, the sentence.
I was in the past a communist.
Oh, clip that, chat. Exposed.
Exposed. Wow.
I am good.
You know that in the past I used to be a Trump supporter too?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long was it? Pre-communist or post? That'd be. I don't know which would be weirder.
I was a communist after being a Trump supporter.
Okay. No, you were probably a vague Trump supporter, like your kid as a kid or something.
Yeah, I
Like
was in
you
high
were,
school.
you're just a boy, and you're like, yeah, bro, Trump.
I had more coherent responses than you, though.
Dog, you don't. I promise. My
Dude,
rhetoric's better.
I genuinely
it-
think me as a 13-year-old would have better responses than what you've done in this conversation.
No.
Like,
13-year-old
genuinely would have
Parker
had better
would-
arguments, yeah.
13-year-old Parker gets mogged by me just as 22-year-old Parker does right now.
Why are you talking about mogging 15-year-olds? That's really weird.
Oh my god, bro. technically, when you were that age, I
Wow,
was that
dude.
age.
Wow,
Technically,
dude. That's
when you were that
crazy,
age,
bro.
I was
That's
that age.
crazy,
When
dude.
you were that age, I was that age.
That's so
When you were that-
unhinged, man. Thorkus,
Wait,
what are you
Parker,
doing,
did you have
bro?
girlfriends in middle school? Did you have girlfriends in middle or high school?
I actually didn't have a girlfriend in middle school.
Incel. Get some bitches. What about
Don't refer to women as quote unquote bitches too. Just because I didn't have a girlfriend in middle school doesn't mean anything. Like I don't know what argument you're trying to tell you. You're in college and you still are an incel.
what about high school? What about high school? What about high school? What about high school?
I had a girlfriend in senior year of high school.
How old was she?
How old?
Was she? Yeah.
Probably like 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a cop out. I know they started dating like junior year and he's rounding up.
No, it was senior year. I actually didn't date anyone until senior year of high school.
Would that make you an incel until then?
No, it wouldn't have made me an incel because it wasn't voluntary. Or it was voluntary, sorry.
So you wait, you voluntarily wanted to do what?
I voluntarily didn't get with anyone at the time.
Didn't okay. Get with that who's anyone? The high school girls, you freak.
What?
My bad, dude. My bad, dude. Let's get out of here. Let's stop.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
What's your position? What's your like religious slash? I don't know. Are you also
I'm an
that?
agnostic atheist. Now, I'm going to thank a few people real quick. Felicia, thank you so much for the $40
both.
on PayPal. Thank you so much for my favorite greedy liberal grifter, who's also a communist.
Greedy.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Felicia. They said this guy's just salty that you're getting paid. I know, right? He's so salty. And Matt, thank you for the dollar. Ian, thank you for the $3. Thank you so much, Ian. Timothy, thank you for the $10 for world's smallest conservative.
Bro, what?
Zachary,
what?
thank you so much. I really appreciate the
That's
$5.
fucking
Thank you
weird,
so
dude.
much.
That's fucking
I really
weird.
appreciate it. Thank you so much, Zachary. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Benjamin, thank you so much for the dollar. Alexa, thank you so much for the $25. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Alexa. Give me some W's for Alexa in the comment section. Corinne, thank you so much for the $10. Amra, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. Melody with the $5. Libby, thank you for the $10 for more theft. Kara, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I know, it's honestly great. Thank you so much, Kara. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Go to W's for them in the comment section. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. And if you want to piss off Thorkus even more, type out Thorkus in the comment section right now.
On
Really
God, if you
appreciate
guys
it,
do
everyone.
that,
Thank
on
you
God,
so
if you guys
much.
do that,
Creed,
no,
thank you for the
I'm
$2. I
moving
really
it.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Maze, thank you for the $15. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maze. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Madison, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Vizzy, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $7 for Parker. Stop stealing my money. Joda, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jennifer, thank you for the $2. And Joda again with the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank
Shout
you.
out Cookie King. Shout out Clavicular. Shout out my uncle.
What are you doing this for?
I don't know, dude. I could be at the function right now, but I'm debating you.
You're not really debating right now. You're kind of just getting dog walked.
You're not, bro. You're honestly like a narcissist, bro. Like,
Okay. Hey, Thorkus, you said I'm a narcissist. Can you tell me why you think I'm a narcissist?
because you have like a disgusting level of self-confidence, even when you're wrong.
You said. Wait, say that one more time.
You have a filthy level of confidence, even when you're wrong.
Dude, that says you. You came on the live saying you're the highest IQ conservative, Thorkus. Chill out.
Who's higher IQ?
And Maze asked you, by the way, if you ever wished that you were tall.
I'm 6'6", Chad. I'm 6'6".
No,
Maybe
you're
6'7", 6'7". Did someone say 6'7"? Yeah, I'm 6'6", Chad, and I look good. It's like what?
not.
what
If you cringed, type 3 in the comment section. If you just
if you
cringed,
didn't, if
type
you
3 in the
if
comment
you
section.
think I look good, type 2.
And if you think he looks bad, type 3.
Wait. Fuck, dude. Oh, there's a 2. I saw one.
Dude, I don't even know if I see it too.
I think Phoenix said it too. Thank you, Phoenix. Shut up. Oh,
Greed,
look,
thank you for the $1 for does he wish he was strong?
250 bench. By the way, 250. I don't squat though. That's a
What?
That's
250
I think I use kilos. I'm an American.
Nah, bro.
Oh, 250, bro. Bench press, bro. And I look good, bro.
Joseph, thank you for the $5 for Parker. Please please Parker, tell the guest to go find some function. By the way, 3.
Should I go to the function? Chat.
Yeah,
Type 2.
leave us alone, please.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to the function. I'll see. Imagine. No, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna
Descending,
get. I'm
thank you
gonna
for the $5. Thank you.
Hold
Descending.
on. Chat. At the function, should I rejoin?
Yeah, wait. Get me any MAGA to debate there. I'll debate any MAGA.
Oh my god, dude! The clips. Parker debates frat MAGA bro at the function, and then I'll be in there too. So I can.
I mean, you are a MAGA frat, bro. I bet you're in a frat too. Thorkus, I've dunked on you every single time. Parker, get a job. Dog walks. Thorkus, the terrible low IQ conservative MAGA debater.
He's gonna go bathroom watch at the function.
What?
I don't even know what that means. No, I'm reading chat.
Christina, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For more like 250 grams. TBH. Kyle, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Zachary with the $5 as well. Thank you so much. Alrighty, Thorkus, get the fuck off my life. You're a waste of time.
Bad.
Embarrassing. He literally still has yet to actually like do research on any of the points. By the way, he's still in the same position he was. Alrighty, let's go on the next individual again, everybody. Oh my gosh, chat. There's 2 individuals in the box. Guess who's in the box, everyone? It's 2 individuals. They're known very well, actually. You, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18. Stop fucking ducking Byron, bro.
I'm not ducking anyone. What's your birth year?
2008.
You're not even 18. Nice math, bro. You're ducking in education and basic math. Brock and Gage, yeah, it's Gawk. Gawk is in the comments in the box. Yeah. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm not American.
Alrighty. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Free WD-40. WD-40 for everyone.
Tyler, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much on Venmo for elevating for our sins. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Tyler in the comment section right now? Thank you so much. I love elevating for everybody's sins. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Adam, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Good to see you as always, Adam. What the fuck? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Everyone. Let's get the next individual up here. Monkey, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Diabolical, I tell you. Let's go on to the next individual, everybody. Do give it a second for people to join up. Sometimes it takes a second to get people up here. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes here on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube again, hit that thumbs up, everyone. What's up? How old are you?
I was born in 2007.
And if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
I would vote for Donald Trump.
And how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, and why do you support Donald Trump?
Because he's a conservative.
Okay, what about him being conservative?
I just mainly lean right.
Like on what?
On abortion, on immigration, on objectively everything.
Okay. What about abortion and immigration?
I believe abortion should be illegal.
Okay. And why is that?
because it's a human.
Okay. Do you think it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead?
No,
But they're biologically alive and of the human species.
but their brain isn't alive, and they don't have the potential to come back.
So prior to a brain existing, would you be okay with abortion?
No, because that brain's in development. It has a chance to work.
So would you be okay with killing zygotes that are cellularly alive that aren't developing yet?
What is that?
A zygote is a single cell conception, or single cell organism at conception, at fertilization, and prior to implantation, it's not developing. Therefore, you'd be okay with murdering it, under your own view. Because again, it's not developing yet. You said once it's developing it's valuable.
Yeah.
But if it's not
Yeah, so
developing,
once
it's
it's
not
developing.
valuable.
Yeah, so before development, it's not valuable. I'd agree with that.
Okay, so you think it's totally justified to kill humans? Because they're cellularly alive and they can have subjective experience and experiences in the future, but yet you're saying it's okay to kill them.
Wait, are you trying to say abortion's bad or good?
No, I'm using your own argument against you. Under your own view, you're saying it's okay to kill humans.
If it's just like a little thing that doesn't think or speak, like like it doesn't think.
Okay, so
or
prior to
it
sentience, it doesn't
cry,
think
it
or
doesn't
speak.
talk, it doesn't.
Yep. Prior to sentience, that doesn't happen. Therefore, you think it's okay before 20 through 24 weeks because, again, they don't cry, they don't speak, they don't think.
But they have a heartbeat.
Okay, so does a brain dead individual. They have a heartbeat as well.
Well, yeah, but they don't have they can't come back from that. Like they're dead.
Come back in terms of
they
what?
might as well be dead because they might as well are.
Okay, so then let me ask you this question. So abortion prior to a heartbeat is justified?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you think it's okay to kill it even though it's developing?
It's not developed yet. It doesn't
developing.
even have a brain.
But it's developing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you think it's okay to kill it while it's developing?
No.
Oh, okay. So then what's your actual argument here? It seems like you don't even know it yourself.
What do you mean?
It seems like you don't even know what argument you're holding to yourself. Because you just said it was totally okay to get an abortion prior to heartbeat, but then now you're saying it's wrong because it's developing. So is it valuable when it doesn't have a heart? Then why'd you appeal to it having a heartbeat earlier to say that it had value because of that?
I think it's valuable because it has the potential.
Oh, okay. So does a zygote at conception, yet you said it wasn't murder to kill it.
Okay, then I'll take that back.
So you do think it's murder to kill a zygote at conception? But you just claimed it wasn't a big deal because it's just a single cell organism. Like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So does it matter or does it not matter? Which one is it?
It does.
It does matter? Okay, so do you think IVF should be banned?
What is IVF?
In vitro fertilization. And through that process, they discard many zygotes and embryos in that process. Do you think that they should go to jail for murdering those zygotes and embryos because they discarded them?
No.
No? Okay, but now it's not murder to kill zygotes?
It depends. Like, are you talking about the zygotes that can't they be bad? Like, they have the potential to just die.
Oh, so you're saying if it's not viable, then you don't care about it?
Like, if it's gonna die, yeah.
Oh, okay, so then it's okay to get an abortion prior to viability because it's just gonna die outside of the womb.
Well, if it's gonna die, yeah. If it's gonna 100% just die, yeah.
Yep.
If it's gonna die immediately, it should go.
Yeah. So prior to viability, abortion is justified. So then you support Roe versus Wade. So you actually agree with Kamala Harris's policy, not Trump's, because Trump put people in the Supreme Court with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. So what is the reason why you support Trump? Because it's clearly not abortion.
Think for a second. Wait. Um, I mean, he didn't let like 10 million illegals into the country.
10 million undocumented immigrants? Well, did you know that proportionally speaking, like the total population of undocumented immigrants in the country is 11 to 14 million? So how could 10 million come in if the total population is 11 to 14 million?
Are those all like confirmed document? Like that's every single one of them. How do you count every single one of them?
Oh, so now you're saying we don't have justified numbers on people coming to our country because we can't do it based on estimates? Because we didn't count every single person coming to our country. So how do you know that there were 10 million people that came to our country? Did you count them?
No, I did not.
I thought you just said
I
we
just
have
heard
to
that.
I thought you just said that we have to count them in order to know. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just using your own statements against you, and you don't like it.
Wait, no, it's you're doing a really good job. Yeah. It says claims of 10 million or more allowed and often referred to U.S. Customs.
What'd you say?
It says I searched it up. It says claims of 10 million.
Yeah, claims of 10 million. There's no evidence of that. There's no even actual sources that justify that. It's just claims.
It's just okay. So what's the realistic number
of the amount of people that could have come?
Yeah.
It's gonna be between 4 to 7 maximum.
4 to 7 million.
Yeah, and there's even evidence to indicate even less than that.
What how is there evidence? There's evidence.
Yeah, I said that there's estimates that indicate even less than that.
Oh, there's estimates. Oh, sorry. But yeah, they're still illegal.
What?
They're still illegal immigrants.
Okay, and what's wrong with that?
They're undocumented.
Okay, so you're saying a violation of the law is an issue? So do you have an issue with the Trump administration violating the law to deport them by undermining their due process rights to a greater extent?
Well, yeah, if they do it the wrong way, then that's also their fault. But the left was doing nothing to deport illegals. Like
yeah, they were. The Biden-Harris administration was deporting people.
How many did they deport?
They deported millions of people.
Are you sure they deported millions of people?
Mm-hmm.
It says 2021 removal and return time administration 2.6 million. 51 of those were arrested. Yes, there was millions. Okay.
Yeah, I have this a title right here. Biden carried out the highest level of deportation since 2014. A new report says.
What is that article from? Like what? Who made that?
They get it from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Okay. How many illegal immigrants has Trump deported so far?
I think the number's like 500,000, something like that. And over 70% of people detained in ICE custody have no prior criminal record. Only 5% have a violent criminal offense.
Well, are they illegal?
I'm talking about people who are detained by ICE.
Yeah, so they are illegal.
Yeah, undocumented immigrants that are detained by ICE. 73% have no prior criminal offense.
Just not a violent crime.
What's that?
They just committed a crime, not a violent crime.
No, they have no prior criminal offense. I'm saying prior to coming into the country undocumented.
In their country of origin?
Yeah, like they had committed no crime. And also even in the United States while they were here.
You know, that doesn't make much sense.
What doesn't
I
make
would
much
think there
sense?
should be a if they're legal, they get a should register to be legal in the United States. That's kind of stupid. Yeah.
Okay, so they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country so that they can register to be legal?
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so you disagree with Trump's position on immigration as well. You actually agree more with Democrats. Why? Because they still deported people. They just disproportionately deported people who have violent crimes and bad crimes to a higher extent comparative to to the Republican Party. Plus, they didn't violate people's due process rights to a greater extent. So it sounds like you agree with the Democratic position to a greater extent on immigration and abortion. Now, what specific position, in terms of Donald Trump's policy, do you agree with him more than the Democrats?
Well, I would still say the abortion part. I would say people abuse abortion.
Yeah, but you said it should be legal prior to viability because they're not viable.
You know, yeah, but well, yeah, never mind. I would agree with you on that. Yeah.
Okay, so then, under your view, what is the reason why you support Trump over Kamala Harris, if you could go back in time with the information that you have right now, given that both immigration and abortion, you actually agree with Democrats more on?
Hmm. On what I've learned so far right now, I would have probably gone back and not voted because I still don't support many of Kamala's things. I feel like I'm on neither side.
Okay. So, I mean, I would recommend to keep watching these live streams. Maybe I can convince you on those points, but I at least did the point of this live stream is to convince you that you shouldn't support Donald Trump. So I appreciate you coming up.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Ashley, thank you for the $10. And for the $25, thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kelly with the $15. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Adam with the Patrick Prezi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Go to W's for Adam in the comment section. Good to see you as always, man. Let's go on to the next individual here real quick. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sir, you just drop off a vehicle? Okay, where'd you put it?
Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Again, only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Do you support Donald Trump?
So yes, for the most part.
Okay, and if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
I would definitely vote more conservatively.
Okay, and I have a question. What's your birth year?
It is 2001.
Okay, what month?
July.
Okay, and why do you support Donald Trump?
Just, I mean, for the most part, on a lot of the things that he has talked about wanting to change and being a part of supporting church views.
Such as?
Being pro-life, being supportive of the American family, and putting Americans first.
Okay, America first and pro-life. Okay. Can you name one policy of Trump's that is America first that you like?
Definitely wanting to prioritize taking illegal immigrants out of our country. Just kind of the stuff that happened with in Raleigh and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so undocumented immigrants are multiple times less likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country comparative to natural-born U.S. citizens. So deporting them doesn't actually make anyone safer. So how is that America first?
So with that statistic, there's obviously going to be more Americans in America versus illegal immigrants. So of course they're going to be less likely to commit violent crimes. than Americans that are in the country. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, this is taking into account population.
Okay. Well, I think that my viewpoint on that is that Americans should be the priority, and if anybody in our country is breaking the law, we should hold them to that law, out of respect for our country and for the people within it.
Okay, then you wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, because the reason why he wasn't put in prison for breaking the law is because you guys elected him for president. So you wouldn't have voted for a convicted criminal, which ensures that he's not held accountable or put in prison for the crimes that he's committed, the 34 felonies that he was convicted of.
Okay, but also too, we have to look at, so the argument you can make it on the same with Biden, with all the stuff that he ended up charging him with.
Biden wasn't convicted of a crime.
Okay, more specifically, which crime are you talking about?
Yeah, the falsification of business records in the first degree, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York because of a predicate crime, meaning he committed this crime in furtherance of another one, and it counts as 34 felonies that he committed.
Okay. Also, too, we're talking about an American citizen, comparing them to somebody who shouldn't be in our country.
Yeah, you just said anyone who commits a crime should be held accountable, and I gave you an example of someone. Now you're saying that you don't want to hold them accountable?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
So we should have held Trump accountable, correct?
I mean, yes, I will say that we should have held him accountable.
And how
But
do
at
you
the
hold him
same
accountable
time-
if you vote for him? Because that ensures that he wasn't held accountable.
Okay, so also too, looking at the scope of America and trusting the judicial system and how all of that played out.
If you trusted the judicial system, one, you'd trust the conviction against Donald Trump, and you'd trust the fact that he was held civilly liable of forcibly penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will, because a unanimous decision of 9 people in a jury indicated that Trump did this. And then if you do believe that he did this, why do you still support him given that he did this?
So, I'm not gonna say I don't know whether or not he did it or not. So
You trust the court system,
I
right?
just don't. Yes, but also too, you have to take into account that he is a politician, and a lot of the stuff that these women stated were after he started running for presidency. So,
That doesn't mean that they're false.
No, I'm not saying that means that they're false by any means, but what I'm saying is that there is a sense of irony with the timing that they did that versus when they actually said it occurred.
So do you believe all the victims that came out prior to him running for president?
I haven't, to be completely and 100% honest, I haven't looked at each individual one. I've just looked at, I'm trying to think of her name. I looked at one of them, and it was, honestly, I quit reading it because, I mean, what she was stating, there was a lot of broken pieces in it, and just her timing of it, and then also too, there was a lot of other things that she could have been trying to get out of it other than just justice.
Okay, so just because there could be other things doesn't mean that's true. Do you believe the
No, I'm not
pathological
saying that-
liar that cheated on every single one of his wives, or the 26 plus people that have accused him of sexual misconduct? Do you think every single one of the victims is lying? Percy, you're amazing.
That argument doesn't hold up because, like I said before, they waited. The timing in which they waited makes it hard to even judge that situation. This isn't an easy, case you're talking about. It's not black and white.
Timing doesn't indicate that this didn't happen. For many victims, it takes decades to come out because of the society that we live in. Even when you hold your abuser accountable in a civil court, people still believe that you're lying and bullshitting. So that's the reason why people don't come out right away. And the argument you're kind of making here reinforces that, because you're not believing them just because they didn't come out. But they didn't come out because of the society where people don't believe them, regardless of whether or not they prove it.
Okay.
Okay, and I would just say that again, based on your argument, not only would you believe everyone that came out prior to him running for president, Push the Galaxy, thank you so much, but also it wouldn't be reason to say that again, a pathological liar who's cheated on every single one of his wives is more trustworthy than the 26 people that have accused them of sexual misconduct. I think that it's very likely that the 26 people are telling the truth, or at least one of the people of the 26 individuals are telling the truth. Incredibly likely. And if it was just true in one of these circumstances, well, that's a reason to not support him, right?
I mean, I think that we have to look at it in a state of like, we don't know for sure. We really don't. And it's just something that, and what I can trust is the different policies that he has supported. And I can, because those are concrete things. He has supported those, and those are things I do know for certain.
Okay, so do you believe the victims of Epstein?
I mean, absolutely. I see I understand what you're saying.
Couldn't the same things that you're referencing also be true about Epstein? Because they didn't come out right away. He was very rich. There could be other intentions behind this.
I mean, but there was other sketchy things that were found. There was, and I don't know the complete details of Epstein because I haven't done.
Like how Trump was friends with Epstein, how he said that he was a terrific guy and he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side, where it was claimed specifically within the emails that he knew everything that was happening and that he was worse than all the different people that the convicted child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein knew.
Okay, so something that I will say is I'm not supporting the fact that Trump is some type of moral compass or some type of person to necessarily be looked up to. He's a politician. And most politicians are not people that you want to follow in terms of they've followed. I mean, in order to be a politician, politicians lie, they cheat, they do all the things. So this is just to look at him and take a microscope between specific things that he's done versus look at the policies that he's put in place, the things that he's promised and come through with in terms of a business scenario within our country. And I think that he's so far, I mean, like I said, I'm willing to be proven wrong even, but I just seem like even with, immigration and everything that he's fallen through. He's taken Americans and prioritized them over illegal immigrants.
Okay, so there's a few things here. One is that politicians lying and cheating is not justification for them lying and cheating. Just because it happened does not mean it should happen. Secondly, not all politicians have been held civilly liable of sexual abuse. Not all politicians are best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, said that he was a terrific guy, likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side. Not all politicians have sexualized their daughter. Not all politicians have called, or specifically said that, and bragged about walking to the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where an 18-year-old came out and said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. That's not applicable to most or even all politicians. So the argument here that you're making that because other politicians do bad things or people you shouldn't look up to means that it shouldn't be the case in this scenario, or that's a reason to overlook the things that Donald Trump has done is a ridiculous idea. Because again, we don't want that to exist within the context of our politics. Those aren't noble or good things. And if you want to look at Donald Trump's policy, not only is it not America first, it's specifically the rich first. Donald Trump, you wouldn't be able to mention a single policy that he influenced to get passed that benefit the average American more than to benefit rich people.
I mean, I think that a lot of the things that he's put in with the Beautiful Bill Act has actually been to support, middle class. I've read portions of that bill, and just what he's doing is doing things to lower taxes and to help, like I said, the middle class. So, I find that what you're saying is actually a little bit inaccurate with that in mind.
So the Big Beautiful Bill, most of the money went to the top 1%.
I mean,
So
so
not
like I
only not
said,
only that, but it cuts over 10 million people off their access to health insurance, 2.5 million people off their access to food stamps on average every month, and over 420,000 children off of access to free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month. Hundreds of thousands of children cut off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month to give tax breaks that disproportionately go to the top 1%. Kamala Harris and the Democrats wanted to keep all the tax cuts applicable to income earners under $400,000 a year. And they wanted to extend things like the child tax credit and the housing tax credit to help reduce child poverty and help out families in need and help people buy houses, right? And again, and they also supported the no tax on tips. They want to keep all of those deductions for, again, income earners that are below $400,000 a year. And all they wanted to do to pay for it is slightly increase the tax rate on income over $400,000 a year. Only on the income over 400K. So you understand that if you compare the tax plans of either administration, one, Donald Trump's plan is worse just looking at the base terms, but then also to tack on top of this, Donald Trump also supports tariffs. And that affects everyone because everyone buys consumer goods. And the issue with this is that not everyone currently is paying into our tax system right now through income tax, which is what is being reduced to the big, beautiful bill. So if you don't make enough income in order to meet the standard deduction, you are going to be paying higher taxes because tariffs have been put in place that you would have otherwise not paid under a Harris presidency. So think about all the lower and middle income individuals that are going to be disproportionately negatively impacted because they didn't get the tax cuts they would have got under the Biden-Harris administration, and they have tax increases because of Donald Trump's horrible tariff policy that is also causing issues in terms of our labor market, in terms of employment, upward pressure on prices, slowing real GDP growth. It's making our relationships with our allies worse off. And it's destroying export businesses in the United States that rely on sending their products to other countries. And then also, it's not even helping out domestic manufacturers in this country because we've seen a decline in real domestic manufacturing investment since Trump got in office, after seeing a massive boom under the Biden-Harris administration. So in practically every way we could point to, the economy is worse off right now because of Donald Trump's policies.
so with tariffs, well, so first, he's used tariffs as like a negotiation tactic, but also too, it has helped American businesses because they're able to be the first to be thought about because it's going to be more expensive to get something that isn't in America. So they have helped in that sense, but also too, that tariff money he has said within the beautiful bill for like adding to it. So this will be effective in July, if I'm correct, and I could be incorrect in this, but just from the stuff that I've been researching, that this is going to go back to our farmers, and that is actually a really good thing because if it going back to our farmers, meaning our produce and our groceries, this is helping those grocery bills. Now you're not going to see that right away. That's going to take time because in time is when those types of all that money comes back. But having the priority of us having not having our American farmers being supported with tariffs and stuff like that, that's super important, and that's what continues to grow and support homegrown veggies and produce. But yeah, and tariffs, yes, they've made things expensive, but we also we aren't bound to that. I mean, you can get around having to. I mean, of course, groceries are still high, but they were high before tariffs came around, and I mean, there's a lot of things that the tariff itself will later on help affect. It's not going to be something we're going to see immediately. And yeah.
Okay. There's a few things here. Again, the tariffs have not helped us because the money that is going to farmers, not only is that coming from American consumers who are paying it, but it's also in situations in which the farmers have been negatively impacted because the tariffs have been imposed. And they're not even recouping all that they've lost. For many farmers, they went out of business. They couldn't pay their employees. They didn't have the ability to even sell their products because they relied on selling their products to countries around the world that have imposed tariffs on us because we impose tariffs on them, which is a trade war. So it's disenfranchised farmers in this country. So this money is to help out farmers that have already been disenfranchised. They wouldn't have been disenfranchised if the tariff wasn't put in place in the first place. So this is not going to help grocery bills. It's only made them worse. It's made them more expensive. And we are bound by that because it imposes greater prices across the entire market, because when it reduces the supply of goods that are coming from countries around the world, it's going to increase the cost of those goods, given that supply has gone down while demand has stayed the same, which means that there's the same amount of people that are looking for that good. There's just less people who are providing that good, meaning that it's going to cost more to buy each individual good because there's less of that good to make up for the fact that there are that many people demanding or looking for that good. And then it's not going to help in the long run because it slows GDP growth. It actually doesn't help out domestic manufacturers because it causes an increase in the materials that they rely on in order to produce goods in this country, because not everything is produced in the United States. Like a third of the materials come from countries around the world, and that causes an increase in the price when you're getting less of those goods from countries around the world because there's an increased cost of trade between countries.
That so what you're saying is with the assumption that the tariffs won't ever change, and and like I said, I could be completely wrong at some point, and I'm willing to be wrong, but like I think that over time, negotiation, and also us like learning how to get around the obstacle of tariffs,
Then the
they
tariff
will
wasn't
even
effective,
change.
right?
No, I think that so I don't believe in, like I said, I could be wrong, but like I don't think that the ultimate goal for him utilizing the tariffs were for them to be a permanent thing to be in place, but just a temporary way to negotiate, and also a way to, help help our own farmers be the priority over farmers on things overseas and stuff.
So tariffs didn't do that. It harms our farmers because they rely on selling their products to other countries around the world. It's not just the United States that they sell their products to. So it harms their consumer base. Think if less people are demanding your good, you have less negotiation power for how much you're going to sell it. And then in terms of the permanence of the tariffs, if they're not permanent, then how are they going to be positively impactful in the long run because of the imposition of the tariff? That doesn't seemingly make sense. And if they're just for negotiations, well, then the issue here is that, again, he's doing that based upon negotiations we've already had, like through the USMCA, alongside the fact that, again, the negotiations he has done, like, for example, with Switzerland, he did just for a gold bar and a Rolex clock. So he reduced the tariff not because it benefit Americans, but because it benefit him. And he got a gift from it.
What? Just out of curiosity, because I haven't heard about the whole Rolex thing. Where was like what source did you get that from?
Which claim?
The Rolex.
The Rolex
and
clock?
the-
I mean, this was reported
yes.
on across the entire media. You could find this from AP News, NPR, PBS, Reuters. You could find this from literally any source.
And when did this happen?
This was within the past month.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense if it was the last month. Okay.
Yeah, so like, again, under this idea, it doesn't really seem like we got much from Trump's economic policy, and I would argue that you're worse off because of this. Most Americans are worse off because of this. This is not America first, it's the rich first. So I hate the phrasing that they use, and I think that Democrats honestly need to adopt this phrasing, because I think that they actually are America first.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. So my mindset is, small government, big church. Like that would be my ideal, like America. And just in terms of like, I know that like this, we talked about this a while back, not to like keep going over certain things, but like
If churches were going to provide for everything, why aren't they doing that now?
they are. I mean, they don't. I don't
They
think
are?
that.
Really? I don't think that's
Yes.
true. Not even close.
Absolutely. So I don't think that.
So churches take care of everyone's medical debt and everyone's medical bills who need it, and churches are feeding everyone that need it. Churches are housing everyone that need it. No, that's not true. We know that's
No,
not true.
so
There's nothing limiting churches from doing this right now.
hold on. Because so what you have to think about here is, one, you have to at least be a part of the community. People who aren't part of the community in some way or whatnot, it's hard for you to like ask. It's hard for you to get help when no one knows it. Okay, but also too,
Wouldn't the government have a
church,
greater ability to know it than churches? Couldn't we find
I think
community through the government? Couldn't government provide that community?
I think that's incredibly unhealthy, just because humans were wired to need community and
Yeah.
to need
So why
others.
why can't government facilitate that community?
I think that I just don't find that to be healthy for a
Really? How is
person,
that unhealthy?
because I think it's good for some, because the government cannot connect with people, and because like people don't just need financial help, they need
The
emotional help, they
government
need
can
mental
create
help.
community. That's just not true. The government does create
Well,
community.
it doesn't do a good job of it. I
Public
mean,
schools are funded by the government, correct? Is that
they
community
are.
funded by the
So
government? Is that
do you,
not a community center funded by the government?
it is a community center funded by the government, but do you not think that there are broken pieces within the school system and the education system?
Of course, and I think that we need to fix
Okay.
those and address those. But you understand that that doesn't mean that we can't create community, right, through the context of government. And just because there has been unhealthy aspects of it doesn't mean that those unhealthy aspects are caused necessarily by the government. There are mechanisms we could use with the government to be able to address those. But that's all going to be fixed from within the context of utilizing the government, because we do know that the government increases access to this community in terms of education. And that's why we support it, because it's important for our democracy. It's important for people to develop skill sets and specialization. It's important for a well-functioning and meaningful society. It helps people in terms of social mobility. There are so many benefits from education, right, in that community being provided through the government, that if it were just left up to private companies or private businesses and private churches, that they wouldn't be able to satisfy the needs of everyone in the population. The government has an ability to satisfy the needs of everyone, but right now it is not set up to do so.
Well, I've just seen a lot of like abuse of that, and also to like, it's really hard to dissect problems when the government is holding like the remote, if you will. Just within like management, I mean, I've worked within the school system, and I've worked within nonprofit organizations who do help people, and I've seen a lot of really good things come from a lot of really good nonprofit organizations who do help, and they don't market that they help because it's just that isn't the priority, and the mission is the marketing of like, hey, we're doing this and we're doing that for the good of those people, but just trying to find more people, and they're busy doing what they're supposed to versus marketing and like trying to tell everybody, marketing that.
Watch this.
And then
Have there been churches that have abused the funds given to them?
oh, absolutely. I think that you can.
Then can I ask you this question? Does that mean that church necessarily abuses the funds you give to them?
Church as a whole,
Yeah,
just
like in every
altogether.
instance.
I think that's an unfair statement, only because all
Wait,
churches
why is it unfair if it's a church but not a government that we're referencing?
Because there's so many churches that believe so many different things, and
yeah,
so
and there's so many governments that believe so many different things.
the exact reason why the government doesn't need to be the one that's helping and supporting people, because that's incredibly unhealthy.
Well, I could say the same thing about church.
Well, absolutely, if you're looking at it from a broad perspective.
Yeah, so who's to say that the church would be better at dealing with it than the government? I would say that the church has access to lesser amounts of resources, so it would be harder for them to address the concerns of the public than it would be for
Not
us from a
I
governmental
would say
standpoint. That's why I
a
think that the
healthy.
government is so important for this, because it can solve problems that we would not be able to on an individual basis without government. Genuinely, it's so much harder to address problems without government. We have become so accustomed to how much government helps our life that we don't even think about how much impact it's impacting and benefiting our lives in the manners in which it is, because it's been so normalized how it's been used.
So I think that a healthy church will have a healthy amount of people that are supporting it and a part of it, to a place where it will be able to grow. And part of that growth will be community outreach and helping people. And like I said, it's not just helping them financially, but it's being able to have the people to sit down with them and to care about them and to actually know their name and who they are and what they're going through and walk with them in that. And I think that's just as important as a financial assistance would be, like the government gives.
I'm sorry, that exists right now. People can go to church, and that doesn't provide help for everyone. And also, why do you have to conform to a certain religion in order to be able to just get the help? Because I'm not religious. I'm not going to just randomly believe religion without any reason to do so. And that's
No,
true
and
for
I
plenty
don't.
of other people. What about people who have my belief system? What happens to them?
I don't think
What can they
that, I'm
rely
not
on?
saying. So hold on 1 second. So I don't think that you should necessarily have to believe in a church, but my beliefs are, and we're going off of each other's beliefs here, is that I support a big church and a small government, because I believe that the church handles people, and especially people who are struggling and hurting and all these things, the best, because it supports them emotionally and financially in a healthy way, and because
I think it's
look at even.
I'm not trying to be rude here, but that's a laughable statement to say that church is able to help people more than the government. That's absurd. It is radically absurd.
And that's your
You
belief,
cannot
but even
justify that
you can
argument.
even, like, even if you look at AA, like most AA organizations, they teach a very similar thing. That even, like, there's a
No, but
lot of
like if you just
scriptural
look at the level of
based.
proportionalities here, at what church does versus what the government does, you can't make a comparison. It's not even close, because the government has significantly greater access to resources than a church does. So even if the church is the most well-meaning church that's ever existed, it doesn't have the capacity to have the same influence and benefit to society as the government can. And this is why I'm saying that it's important for the government to be big enough in circumstances where it's needed, right, in terms of being able to help the population. I'm not saying big government within every aspects of our lives. I believe in small government in plenty different scenarios, but it should be big government in feeding children. It should be big government in providing people access to healthcare. It should be big government in being able to establish a baseline for everyone within our community to ensure that everyone is taken care of. Okay, that's where government should be. Now, where should government not be? Government shouldn't be restricting people's access to abortion. Government shouldn't be limiting from consenting adults being able to marry each other. Government shouldn't be restricting people from getting access to basic things that they need, right? The government should be providing community, education, and a baseline for all. That's what the government should be doing. So your idea is that the government in some circumstances do bad things, right? That means that the government overall, right, is always going to do bad things. And this is what's called a composition fallacy. You're saying because some parts of it operate a certain way, that means all parts of it operate the same way. And I'll give you an example. For example, trees are made up of atoms. Atoms are not visible to the human eye, right? Just by looking at it directly, like the naked human eye, right? Does that mean that trees are not visible to the human eye? No, just because atoms are a part of trees does not mean that the whole of a tree operates the same way as one part of it does. So you understand that you can't make a prescription just based upon how parts of government work to make a claim about how government overall should work. It's not an argument that government should be small in all instances just because it's bad within some respects. Right? You'd have to justify in each circumstance, each context, why you think government should or shouldn't be used, right, to create a better set of circumstances.
So I definitely I see what you're saying, but at the same time, so one, abortion should not be legal in my eyes. Like I said, I'm absolutely pro-life, and I will. I haven't seen an argument that's proved me that that doesn't come from a very prideful place, and yeah.
Okay, I have a few
So
things here. You're
okay,
pro-life, and let me tell you why you can't support Trump if you're pro-life. Okay?
okay,
Would you
absolutely.
support Trump if he called for the execution of some Democrats?
He hasn't.
If he did this, would you still support him for president?
No, I wouldn't support that.
No, you wouldn't. Well, he actually did do this. He called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to not follow unlawful orders. He reposted someone saying HANG them George Washington would.
Okay, yeah, I don't follow his like rage bait stuff, and I don't approve of a lot of stuff he puts on Twitter and all that.
So you'll still
I
support him
strictly
even if
look
he
at
engages in
policy.
death threats on Twitter?
Well, I mean, like I said, you could look back at like your argument with like just like government in and of itself, and how like I said,
Wait,
I
but so
don't
would you
I
support him if
don't
he
think
engaged in death threats on Twitter?
so. What someone posts on Twitter and is no, I'm not. I won't even get into that because like at the end of the day, like it's all just craziness.
Is it pro-life to support a president that calls for death threats for his political opponents on Twitter?
But here's the thing: Kamala doesn't support
Kamala?
pro-life. Kamala.
Well, I
Excuse
just
me.
want to let you know, pro-life is saying that people should have restricted access to abortion, right? It's not saying that you necessarily are anti-abortion, right? Because there are individuals who are anti-abortion, against abortion, but they think it should be legal, right? So,
I
like, you
mean,
can
yeah,
be against abortion while simultaneously saying that people should have legal access to basic health care.
but abortion isn't basic health
It
care.
is. It actually absolutely is. Because there's
Okay.
risks associated with pregnancy that someone should not have to undergo for a non-sentient embryo, right? Those are risks to someone's body, especially if they've already had kids before and they don't want to have another kid, right? Which is the context for a lot of people who have abortions. That is a medical determination that they should be able to make. That's basic health care for them.
So I think that it is important to look at it in the sense of if someone doesn't want to get pregnant, then there is multiple other things that you can do that where you don't have to have an abortion. The idea that we have to have an abortion as a woman is
Have to
false.
have access, yeah. I think you have to have access, yeah, for a better society, yeah.
I disagree, and
But why?
I'm willing to agree to disagree there. Why should women not have abortions? Or like, I'm sorry, what are you asking?
Yeah, why are you saying it's preferable that people do not have access to abortion?
Because I think that abortion it's killing a human life.
Okay. So, like, I have a question then. Do you think it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead?
So that is absolutely completely different. And the reason
they're
that
cellularly
is
human life.
right. But here's the thing: if you did not do anything, okay, you didn't pull the plug or anything, and you kept, just going on about life, their state would not change. If you did the same thing in the concept of just not having an abortion, they would change because.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. They would change because the woman would go through her term of pregnancy and have a baby, and it would then be a human life. So that you can't really look at, that's not apples and apples there, because the person who's brain dead will still be brain dead, but the woman who is pregnant will then soon have a child.
Well, it's the same based upon the quality that you were saying was valuable. The quality you said that was valuable was cellular life. Okay? It's present in the context of brain dead individuals. They still have cellular human life. So if cellular human life is the only thing in which you value in this context, then you would say it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead. But what I'm
But
demonstrating to
nobody
you
is.
is that you don't just care about cellular life. Could you appeal to cellular life in a future experience? Sure. But then I would ask you, why is it valuable prior to even having an experience in the first place? What's valuable about cellular life if you're going to say what's valuable in the future is potential experience?
Oh, absolutely, it's future experience, and it's also it's looking at the quality of life there. I mean, if you don't pull the plug on a brain dead individual, their quality of life is not good. Like they're just, I mean, they're just there for someone's selfish need to want to have them on Earth.
Wouldn't it increase quality of life to have like legal access to abortion? Especially because if you get an abortion prior to sentience, it doesn't affect the quality of life of any individual because you can't have a quality of life prior to an experience.
Actually, statistically, if you look at the women who have had abortions, the depression rates are higher, anxiety, stress, just there's so much that goes with it because there's a lot of
So
women.
I don't think that's true. I'd have to look at the source that you're looking at too. I
Yeah.
think the legal access to it is important for this because I do think that there would be an increase of those particular things that you're referencing if they're not if they're not able to get access to legal abortion, because you're not looking at the situations where people are forced to go through pregnancies in terms of a situation, in terms of like what would affect their mental health in that context. So I'd like to see a single piece of evidence that would point to that.
Okay, so when you say forced, so they're also like just so where there is like if a woman is there something emergency wrong with her, there is a procedure that's not an abortion that she can have that could potentially harm the baby, but that's not the preface of that is to take care of the mother. And that's not abortion. Like that's
What are you
completely
referencing?
different. I'm trying to think of what it's called. I don't know.
If you're talking about inducing labor, that's not going to happen until it's not going to lead to the life of the fetus until viability. And then if you're saying viability is what matters, then you're not understanding that that's at like 24 weeks or so. Also, one thing I would say here is that why are we concerned about, again, the quality of life of an embryo that if you had an abortion would never have a quality of life, rather than the quality of life of the individual that's pregnant?
I mean, and we could look at it like this. I'm concerned about all individuals' lives. Children who have like parents who live in poverty who can't don't have as much access to, to comfort within financial seems like we shouldn't my whole mindset on that is a
So then wouldn't you
woman
want them to
shouldn't.
let them choose when they have kids then? Because then that would be better for their economic standing.
Well, and let's also remember too that they can choose. Like when you take away abortion, you don't take away the right to choose whether or not you get pregnant or not. Like getting pregnant isn't having COVID. Like you don't catch it.
I'm sorry. People are not going to just stop having sex, and you're essentially arguing that they should be abstinent.
I mean, and so hold on. One is it's definitely irresponsible to have sex just especially when you're in a place where you can't afford to take on the consequences of what happens after sex.
Okay, so then you think it's irresponsible for every teenager that's ever existed?
So I think that yes, it is a parent's responsibility to teach them what it means to have sex, and it's absolutely a parent's responsibility.
You think that people shouldn't have sex until they can economically take care of a family?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I don't think that's realistic, like genuinely at all.
And I think that there's where we're different because I think that we shouldn't, as a society, we shouldn't be so selfish. I think that we should think about the future of our kids and the next generations.
You say that while supporting Donald Trump, who's actively cutting children off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, the degree of 420,000 children through the big beautiful bill.
So that doesn't have like. So we're
Like
veering off
what
a
is
little
what is
bit.
what is selfish here? I don't see it to be selfish for us to advocate that people should have their rights respected. I don't see it to be selfish to say that we should take care of children. I think what's selfish is to say that we should give massive tax breaks to people in the top 1%. Most of the tax cuts in the big beautiful bill, the top 1%, while cutting people off their access to health insurance and food and basic things that they need in their life. I think it's selfish in that context.
And that is something I'm willing to agree to disagree on, because I think that we have to really reevaluate what selfish even means, when you put yourself before whatever else is going on, and that is exactly
Wait, couldn't you say the
what
same
that
thing in
is.
this context? You're selfish for saying it should be illegal for people to get access to an abortion because you're basing your position on someone's on morality, on whether or not someone else should be able to get access to it. Right? Couldn't that be deemed as selfish as well? Especially because you're basing that off of your religious beliefs that not everyone believes in?
So a society that thinks about others is definitely a good thing. So I think that in and of itself should be a priority for sure.
I think
So,
we are
no, I don't
thinking
think
about
that
others. I'm thinking about the pregnant individuals that are sentient that are going to have a negative experience and negative.
Matter of your difference of opinion on moral complex. Like I find the woman will have one day is just as important.
Best preventative healthcare is for yourself is to actually take care of yourself, eat a healthy diet, and work out. And when you have America that has a obesity problem, and also the number one cause of death is due to heart disease because of lack of taking care of yourself. And then not only that, but then you want to throw a bunch of these people on healthcare that can't take care of themselves, but yet they want other
So
people to
reducing
take care of them
access
in
to
society.
healthcare will make people healthier?
No, actually taking care of yourself and actually enforcing like.
Yeah, and is that a policy? Is that both sides can advocate for that? Is that a policy?
No,
Okay, both sides
mandatory
advocate for you to stay
healthcare won't
healthy.
work
Like,
if.
do you think Democrats
Parker,
are telling people to not be healthy?
Can I speak real quick?
Yeah, I'm not letting you speak. I never cut you off very much. What are you talking about?
You've kind of been interrupting me. So the main thing that we need to advocate, like if you really care about people's lives, because healthcare isn't going to do anything if you're sitting there eating snickerdoodles and drinking soda all day. No matter how many times you go to the doctor, you're still going to die due to the fact that you're not taking care of your body and you're not taking care of your diet. I don't see any Democrats going for these policies. I see RFK talking about these things.
What policy?
I'm not an RFK. Huh?
What policy?
The fact that he says don't eat that much sugar. He's like, cut sugar out.
That's not a policy. And you think Democrats were telling people to eat more sugar? That's not what Democrats were saying.
100%. The last health secretary was telling people to eat more candy bars.
When?
Okay, I'm not gonna get into this. Like, you can go look this up.
No, go ahead. You tell me. Give me a policy.
It's 100% facts.
Give me a single clip.
No. What I'm talking about is the fact that you guys are so stressing over healthcare, over people that don't even take care of themselves.
Yes. And also,
right?
by the way,
Let me finish my. Can I finish my talking point?
No, let me address this.
You're just gonna keep interrupting me?
Yes, I am, and you can cry about it. So again,
I'm not crying. The fact that you're interrupting shows me that I'm winning.
You can cry about it. Someone not addressing their health does not mean that they shouldn't get access to health care, or we shouldn't be paying for it or ensuring that people are taken care of. If this
that is the biggest contradiction in the whole entire world.
Would you say
that is the biggest contradiction in the whole entire world? Think about what your contradiction is.
Would you say your parents have?
You just contradicted yourself, and you don't even see it.
What's the contradiction?
Because
Jesus fuck.
Okay, if people cannot take care of themselves in the basic essence of taking care of and eating a healthy diet, why the heck should people that don't care about themselves, right? And then you have a group of people that do care about themselves, that do eat right? Why are they pulling more into the pool? Because I'm getting there. Why are these people paying for somebody that doesn't even care about their own health?
That's not a contradiction. And by the way,
that 100% that is.
Listen. That's not a contradiction.
So other people should care about their health, but they shouldn't care about their own health. Is what I'm saying.
Hey, dude, someone doing things within the context of their life that is not reflective of them caring about their health as much does not mean that they don't care about their health in terms of getting access to like health insurance. Let me give you an example.
It's
Right? You
more
understand?
expensive.
Let me give you an example.
It costs
Is there?
more,
Shut up,
and
dude.
that's why
Listen.
these
This guy
Obama
can't
subsidies
actually engage with the
haven't
point.
paid for themselves.
Dude, I'm sorry.
That's
The
why
reason
you
why I had to
guys
cut
keep
you off.
asking for more money for these subsidies. That's why they keep adding on to the subsidies.
He won't stop.
More subsidies, more subsidies. We have to subsidize even more because we get more and more people that are
Can I ask you a
unhealthy, that are
question?
not living a lifestyle, that don't care about themselves. And you guys are
Can I
advocating
ask
for
you
this
a
stuff instead of
question?
fixing the problem.
Can I ask you a question? Do you every single day do you do the most healthy possible thing for you?
I try to, yes.
Every single day you do the most healthy
Yes.
possible. You never have a snack or a dessert.
I mean, it's in moderation.
No, okay, so you do sometimes.
In moderation. It's not unhealthy in moderation.
Okay, so let me clarify. So because you don't necessarily care about the negative impact on your health in some circumstances, right? Because it's in moderation, you think that you can still care
It's not
about
it's
your
not hurting my health.
in general, correct?
It's not hurting my health to have something in moderation.
You when you say hurting your health, you understand that to some degree it is, but it's in moderation, so you don't care as much.
Okay. When the number one bought thing on SNAP benefits is
Can you
soda and
respond to the
candy,
point that I'm making?
I'm getting to the point, Parker.
It's
when the
not.
number one
You're
bought
not.
thing,
You're not.
right?
You're
These
making a
people
whole new talking
obviously
point.
do
You're
not
bringing
care
up
about
more
their
talking
health.
points.
No, Parker, I'm trying
not
to get to
addressing
the
what I have to
main
say.
essence of the argument, right?
No, you're
If
not.
you actually care about lives like you said you do, then you'd stick with me on this because I don't think you actually do. I just think you're a
That was an
shill.
embarrassing grasp for straws to say that I don't care about life. How disingenuous.
You don't because you're not getting into the essence of the argument of what
I
the
did.
actual problem is. No,
I
you're
did,
not.
but
You're
you're not
ignoring it.
responding to my points. I'm doing
And
that
the
right
fact
now, and you
is-
didn't respond to my points.
The fact is, Parker, is that they keep on advocating for all these subsidies, for all these
Another
healthcare
talking
plans
point.
that don't work,
Another
that get
talking
more
point instead of
expensive,
responding to my
that make
question.
more and more insurance companies more and more money.
You just
right?
got the talking points loaded up. No response to the argument.
Talking
Do you even
points.
remember what it was at this point?
Dude, I just came up here, literally got out the shower. I don't have any talking points on me. Like you guys are the ones with the
Are you going to respond to the
Discord
question
chat set
instead
up.
of just responding?
I'm
random
sorry
things?
that your
I don't even
Discord chat
have a
can't keep up
Discord
with this.
My Discord isn't open. I don't have one right now.
Okay, all these bots in here giving you answers and all this stuff. They can't keep up with me.
So bots are giving me answers. Get a grip, dude.
100%, dude.
Instead of saying bots
Just like
are giving me
just like when you were trying to give Dean answers,
and bots
whenever
are
he
giving
was
me money
debating Nick
too.
Fuentes.
And bots are giving me money too. Now, can you please
Just like
give
when
me
you
a
were trying to
response?
give Dean answers when he was debating Fuentes. You couldn't
I
even
sent
keep
him a
it
thing over
one-on-one.
text. Yeah, you can cry about it.
Yeah, you were trying to cheat. He
And-
can't handle it one-on-one.
Wait,
That's why he lost.
I'm sorry. You think
He
he lost
lost
against
to
Nick
Nick Fuentes,
Name
dude.
one point.
He
Nick
lost
Fuentes,
against Nick
Name one
Fuentes.
point Nick Fuentes beat him on.
The fact that he made him say he empathizes with gay people.
Empathizing
And he's like,
with,
oh yeah, I'm
empathizing.
at the
Wait,
I
that's
can
not a
put
point
myself
he
at
got.
the receiving end.
I'm sorry. That's not a point he got beat on. That's you being like, oh, Dean said
No,
something in a
that's-
way
that's-
in which I consider funny because I'm a homophobic weirdo.
No,
that's literally what
that's
it is.
just the difference.
That's literally what it is. That's what it is.
That's the
you
difference
can't even
in
address
IQ.
that. You
That's
just
the
said
di-
it's wrong to empathize with gay people. Do you hear yourself?
Huh?
You just said it was wrong to empathize with gay people. Do you hear yourself?
I can't place myself in a gay person's shoes. No. I'm
so
sympathetic
you don't
for
have the
them.
ability to self-introspect and critically think?
I'm sympathetic towards them, but I can't place myself in their shoes because I'm not them.
mean-
I can't. I don't do those things.
When you mean by wait, so do you have to, in order to quote unquote place yourself in the shoes of another person, be that person?
To be empathetic, yeah.
Okay, so then you can't put yourself in the shoes of like a person that is not yourself. So you don't understand what people are saying when they say that.
No,
So when people
I
are saying
can't
that,
in that
they're trying to get
lifestyle.
you to critically think and say, if you were in this situation, how do you think you would respond? You are just misunderstanding
Wow,
how
your
people are
chat-
using words, dude. You sound dumb.
Your chat's getting mad. Your chat's
dude,
getting mad, bro.
We're not mad. You just got debunked and you can't even respond.
Parker, what are you talking about? I didn't get debunked.
Yeah, you did.
Parker,
You didn't even give
do
me
you
a
hear
point that
yourself
you
right
beat
now?
him on. You just said that. By the way, you just tried to like
No.
look up to like a white supremacist, right? I'm not even
I
trolling.
definitely, Parker, I'm not white, first off, so I don't look up to white supremacists.
Nick Fuentes, you just said Nick Fuentes beat Dean in the debate, but yet you couldn't
He
mention
did. That doesn't
anything
mean
in
I
the
look
debate.
up to him. I don't like
you-
Nick Fuentes.
You clearly were trying to point him in like a positive direction there, or point
On a-
point
on
at
a-
him in
on
like a
a-
positive way.
No. On a serious note, though, like I'm not trying to battle. Like, what do you think about him actually getting all this like attention now? Like, where did it even come from?
A lot of bot farms apparently. There's a huge portion of his social media engagement that is actually based upon bots. Now, that's not to say all of it. There's a lot of people out there that are white supremacist, bigoted, and want to be like edgy and socially isolated from the rest of society, right? And are incels. But that doesn't necessarily mean that every single aspect of it. There's a lot of it that was completely like bullshit and bot farmed.
I don't understand how you can even get on like some
And
of these.
we know that, and the reason why we know that is because Twitter launched the where the account is created, and it saw that a huge portion of the people that are engaging with Nick Fuentes' post, like right off the start of it when it's being posted, right, historically, especially prior to Charlie Kirk's death, right, we're just in a bunch of different countries in which there's specifically like high likelihood of bot farms existing. Right. And also, it's just like I'm not expecting that, people from those particular countries are going to be watching and engaging in a positive manner with Nick Fuentes' content when he literally is a white supremacist. Right. That's
Dude, I'm not gonna
absurd.
lie. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like you sounded like you just read that off of something.
I didn't. So I'm sorry that I have the
That was
ability to
that was
critically
almost hard to
think
keep up
and
with.
say things.
That was almost hard to keep up with.
Yeah, because you're stupid.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, there's that. Thank you for that.
Did that hurt your feelings?
I mean, it kind of
Was that-
did, but I'm gonna. Are you empathetic towards me? Are you empathetic towards stupid people?
Yeah.
Can you
yeah,
place yourself in stupid people's shoes?
Yes, because I have the ability to retrospect and critically think.
You
I'm sorry,
can-
do
so-
you think that's an own? Do you think that's an own? You sound dumb.
No, dude. I was joking. Like, do you know what a joke is? Not
Yeah, I was
everybody
joking
on
too,
here
and you
to get a
wait.
gotcha.
I just joked at you, and you got so mad when I called you stupid.
So
dude.
you don't think I'm
just,
stupid?
You just got so mad after I joked at you.
You don't think I'm
and then
stupid?
apparently it's an issue. No, I do. But it was like
Okay.
it was like.
So
do you understand-
wait. What did you joke about then?
Wait, by the way, what does a joke mean? A joke, making fun of something, doesn't necessarily always mean that you don't believe it to be the case.
Wow.
So if I
You're
made a
really
joke about
into
how
this,
you're
huh?
stupid, that doesn't mean that I don't
You're
believe
really
you're stupid.
serious,
I just
bro.
made a joke about it. I was making fun of you.
So you hate stupid people? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just hate you.
Do you know the average IQ of the Somalis is like below?
Well, I don't think
Is-
your
is
IQ
actually,
is above
like-
room temp. So like I don't know what you're trying to appeal to IQ based upon, because I don't think you do very well in
Well-
an IQ test.
Well, room temp is still higher than the Somalis' IQ.
Okay, so again, by the way, that's just not the case.
You know,
It's
on
not
average,
true
I
at
think
all.
their IQ is,
Secondly,
is
what you're not
100% it
understanding.
is.
Secondly, what you're not understanding is again there are.
What do you think
different
about-
conditions
what do you
for-
think about-
Hold up, stop. Why are you just trying to make a point and try to say that people who are Somali are specifically
I
dumber?
just wanna get your
while
opinion.
simultaneously
I just
not
wanna get your
engaging with this
opinion.
point. Again, the one, there's no source that you have for that. Two, that doesn't actually.
100%.
I don't think IQ is the end all be all for the determination of intelligence. I think that again, there are plenty of flaws that exist with IQ, especially on a basis across the entire world, that obviously have not been applied in the best manner. But I don't think that you do very well on the IQ test you're pointing to, right? I think that yours is
Maybe
literally
not,
below
I don't
room
know.
temp.
Maybe so.
No, not maybe. That is the case.
I scored pretty like average on the ASVAB, so
Yeah, I don't think you'd score very well on an IQ test, and I think that you
at least I'm not a
in
liar.
this conversation, or demonstrated that in this conversation.
I mean, dude, I got to the main point of like the whole medical thing, and you just like kind of like abandoned it, and like
Well, no, you didn't.
you didn't engage in the actual
I did.
fact of it. So like I'm trying to find another
did.
talking point that I can talk about.
Yeah. Again, you're looking for another talking point after just saying that you didn't have any talking points. What are you talking?
Well, no,
about?
I owned you on that, and I seen that you're not going to like
What'd you own
engage
me
in
on?
that,
Be
so I just
specific.
walked
Tell
away
me.
from it.
Be specific. Tell me. What'd you own me on?
The fact that you're advocating for more people to be on healthcare that don't even take care of themselves.
Everyone should get access to healthcare.
That makes it okay.
Wait, so
dude,
wait, do
you're
you
not
wanna-
even
do
letting
you
me
wanna-
talk.
Wait, hold up. Do you want to engage with my point yet? I asked you this question
You're
earlier.
not even letting me talk.
I don't care. Do
You
think
didn't
that
even
your-
let me finish my statement.
Do you think your parents, throughout the context of their entire life, have cared the most about their body and what they put into it?
I don't. My parents aren't me.
I'm just asking you.
Do I think? I mean, obviously, no.
No? Okay. Does that mean that they shouldn't get access to healthcare? You don't want their healthcare to be taken care of? If they couldn't afford their healthcare, would you not pay for it? Because again,
Well,
they didn't take
first
care of their
off-
health. You're gonna take care of people that didn't care to take care of themselves under your own view?
So first off, my parents are very healthy, right? Just because like you eat some cake every once in a while doesn't make you unhealthy. But the main fact is that you have people that you want to subsidize that are unhealthy and you care about their health, right? You care the fact that they can get health care.
You care about your
when
parents.
they don't
yet
even care
You
about.
just said that they did things that are not
Oh
always
my!
the most
You
healthy.
didn't see. Once again, you're not letting me finish my statement. I
Because
just
you're
had
not
literally
making a
2 more
coherent
words.
point. I'm sorry, you're not making a coherent point. Go
You're
ahead.
sitting here
I
saying
won't cut you
that
off
these
anymore.
people.
I won't cut you off anymore. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're sitting here saying that these people.
Chris, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it, Chris. Thank you so much. Put some W's for Chris in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Livy, with the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Put some W's for Livy
You have
in
a
the
good
comment
night,
section
man.
right now. I
I
really
won.
appreciate it.
for
Thank you
that.
so much. Sorry, I just want to do that. I'm
It's
done
either
cutting
that
you
or the
off.
Parker mute button, and
I'm
that's
done
when
cutting
you
you
know
off. Go
you've
for it.
lost.
Go
That's
for
when
it.
you know you've lost.
Hey, dude, go for it. It's okay.
That's
you
when
don't
you
have
know
to get
you've
mad.
lost. Is you either do that or you start rage muting.
No,
So it's
no
like
need to get mad.
I know
No
that
need to
I've
get mad. It's
won.
okay.
I
Go
know
ahead.
that I've won.
Yeah,
I
you can
know
keep
that
tell-
I've won.
You can keep telling yourself that.
I
to
just
make
want you to
yourself
say
sleep better
that
at
you
night.
concede. I just want you to say you concede.
Well, that's
'Cause,
never gonna
like,
happen, buddy.
You got defeated by a low IQ person.
On what point?
That scored average on his ASVAB.
That's not even
You
an
got-
intelligence test. One,
Dude,
two. If you want to actually,
an average
Wait, I'm
dude.
sorry.
You got beat by an average dude. Like, I'm average, dude. I'm like 5'9".
What did you beat me on?
I'm
What did you beat me
average.
on?
You got beat
And
by
there's a
an
lot of things that we could
average
point to
dude.
about you that are definitely below average. But
The
go ahead.
fact the fact that I'm below average. Oh, that was such a good one. I'm average. All right. I scored average on my ASVAB. I'm scored average through high school. Right. Nothing crazy, and you just got beat by an average Joe. Like,
On
I'm
what
just a
point?
regular dude.
On what point?
You know, I'm a regular dude. I love Trump. I love this country. I hate liberals
I'm waiting to
because
hear a
I think they're
response. What
crazy.
point? What point?
Huh?
What point did you beat me on?
The fact that you won't even let me finish my point is my point. When you
You
start
got it to it
Parker,
yet. That's not a point. That's
it's
not a point you
literally
beat me on.
it's literally called the Parker mute button. Like, you start muting or you start like talking over, and that's when you know you've lost.
And
you
you're
can't
complaining.
stand people to
You're
get on
complaining
you.
instead of making an argument because you know you've
You know what
lost.
you have? You have a pride issue.
Yeah, and you have a complaining issue.
You have a pride
victim
issue.
complex. You instead of actually engaging with the argument here, you're just
What
sitting here and
victimhood
saying,
have I?
yeah, you're just complaining about Parker every single time instead of actually engaging with the argument. You're like, "Oh my God, you've interrupted me
I'm
once. You muted
trying.
me once." When it was obvious a joke. You can't take a joke.
I don't know when you're joking. You said that you're
Aw.
joking, but then you wouldn't tell me the
okay.
joke.
It's okay to keep up. You can keep up.
And then you said you empathize with me. So, like, if you empathize with me, then you would tell me the joke.
I
You remember? I'm stupid. I don't know. I don't know what you're
clarified the
saying.
joke for you, and apparently you couldn't get it.
I don't know, man. So can I finish my point without you
Go ahead,
doing a whole
please.
nother, like, thank you, Jessica, for another $5?
Oh, go for it.
No, dude, I already see that little smirk on your face. You're gonna do it.
No, I'm not.
You're a liar.
What are you
Yes,
talking
you are, dude.
about,
You're
bro?
a liar.
You're
a liar.
I told you I wasn't gonna cut you off.
You're a
okay?
deceiver, dude. You knew you were about to do it. I saw your face, dude.
Nicholas, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much,
Exactly.
Nicholas. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for the $5
have
from
a
one of
good
your
night
bots.
there,
I really
sir.
appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
You have a good night. You have a good
go,
night.
dude. Go ahead. I'm done. I literally am done. I
No,
promise.
dude. No,
I'm
you're
serious.
gonna
I'll
pull
mute
this
my
the
own
whole
mic. I'll
time.
mute it. Watch.
All right. Nope. I don't trust you, dude. I'm getting out.
He had to run away. I had it muted, dude. What are you talking about? What a coward. He had to run away. He's so scared to debate me. You know what? I won. I must have won because he had to run away instead of actually engaging with the argument when I muted myself for him. Oh my God. Look at that runner. He had to run away because he was so scared. Come on. I literally only did that to him because he actually would not make a point and he kept just complaining about me. Like, he just random stuff that was irrelevant to the conversation. Adam, thank you for the Mary Spongemas. Thank you so much. Hey, dude, you can come back right now and finish the conversation. And I promise you, and I actually put my word on this, I will not interrupt you unnecessarily. What was their name again? I'll bring them back up. I'm serious. I'm giving you that. This is a one-time offer. If you don't do it now, you'll never have the option to do it again here in the future. What was their name? What was their name? If you're on YouTube, everyone hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Parker kept interrupting you. That's true. But it only matters whenever I do it to other people, right? Mr. Average? Oh, that was his name? I don't even know. I think everyone doesn't even remember his name. Wow, dude, actually. That's diabolical. Okay, it looks like he did. Did anyone? Wow, it looks like people don't even have, and the people don't even remember his name. Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. I guess we'll go on to the next person because we don't even remember his name. Alrighty, do give us a second. Troll, thank you for the $5. Diabolical. Yo, what's about you?
Yo, what's up, Dean? Oh, wait, my bad. Parker. I called you Dean. My bad. I'm 19.
And what's your birth year?
2006.
Okay, and if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
At this point, Trump.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Right now, I'm not too sure. I'm really just like in a mode of learning. So, I mean, but back then I would have voted for Trump. Because I just really didn't like Kamala.
Kamala? Why so?
Her views, just her policies, I didn't like too much.
Such as?
Let's see. Dude, you put me on the spot here. Okay, her abortion views, those weren't the best. I didn't like how, I just feel like mainly there should be many circumstances, but it should be illegal.
Okay, so you said her abortion views are not the best, and there are many cases where it should be legal or should be illegal.
Illegal.
Okay, and why?
Well, if let's just say there are two people that are avidly just doing stuff, I guess I should say, I don't want to like get you in trouble on here, and they just get abortions every single time because they're not doing it safely. I don't feel like that's fair and right. But
and you're saying it should be illegal because you don't think something is fair and right?
It's not fair and right to the embryo that is being, inseminated.
Why do you care more about what's fair and right to the embryo than the pregnant individual that has having experiences currently?
Because it would transform into a human. It could even change lives, save lives.
But like something is already a person. Why would you value something that's going to possibly be a person in the future more than a person right now?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I know I'm not value whatever the person less than the embryo. What I'm trying to say is that the embryo should be treated as equal.
Okay, so if you're in a burning building and you could either save an embryo or a pregnant woman, or actually not pregnant one, we'll just like a woman who's not pregnant yet, who would you rather save in the burning building?
I wouldn't see the embryo.
You would save like a pregnant, like the woman who's not pregnant?
Yeah, because I couldn't see the embryo.
Why not?
Because it's like microscopical.
But I'm saying in this context, you'd be able to save it. Would you rather save, or would you be indifferent?
No, I would probably save the woman.
Okay, wait, but why? You just said that you should value them equally, so shouldn't you be indifferent?
Okay, well, why? Okay, so
I think it's very intuitively obvious that it's not the same. So obviously you value like a woman who's pregnant more than you value an embryo. That's obvious to you. And if you do value a pregnant individual more than you value an embryo, why are you prioritizing the considerations of the embryo over the considerations of the sentient pregnant individual?
I'd probably get like a water hose and take out the fire.
You can't do that in the circumstance.
How come I can't do that? If I can't save them both.
Do you want me to give you a circumstance where it's the Joker and he's kidnapped all of you and he's giving you a choice of either to put like the embryo into a vat of acid or like a woman into the vat of acid? And in the circumstance, who would you rather go into the vat of acid?
Wow, that's like a very
if you don't pick,
question.
Joker's gonna put both of them in the vat of acid.
Wow. Well, I mean, either way, there's a wrong answer to this. There's no right answer to this.
There's no right. I mean, there is an obvious right answer. Obviously, you would say that the embryo should go into the vat of acid.
Yeah, it's not
That's
fully
the
developed
obvious
yet.
answer in this circumstance. Okay, if you
Yes.
can't identify that, then I'm sorry. That is absurd.
No, I can identify that. It's just it's a very like one-sided question.
So would you say you would just randomize it? You don't know?
Yeah, I put it on a spinner. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I'd probably say the woman, but
why?
It's a very.
Are you saying that you
because
value the woman more than you value the embryo?
The embryo doesn't even have. How do I say this? Like, man, you know
What does the embryo not have?
Dude, okay, it's not even necessarily. Wait a minute, hold on. The embryo isn't even technically, like, how do I say this? Out of a woman, it wouldn't even like survive if it's not even inside a woman. It has to be frozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're saying you don't value it until viability? So what's wrong with Roe versus Wade?
Dude. All right. Well, you got me there, I guess. Good one.
Okay, so then what's wrong with Roe versus Wade? Because it protects federal access to abortion prior to viability.
I don't know too much about Roe v. Wade. Honestly.
Okay, well, that's what Roe versus Wade is, and that's what Donald Trump overturned by putting people in the Supreme Court with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade. And if you don't know what it is, why are you saying you support Trump because of abortion policy? If you don't even know what his abortion policy was, then that would be incoherent to use that as a reason as to why you support Trump. Try again, buddy. By the way, your name is Hard Right Maga, and you don't very much seem like you're...
I mainly support him on his immigration. Mainly immigration.
Then tell us, what on immigration?
Let's just start with Biden's administration. He allowed in, as I heard you say earlier, like about an hour ago, 4 to 7 million illegal immigrants into the country.
So the Biden-Harris administration actually deported more people than Trump's first administration. Did you know that?
I was aware.
You were aware?
Yes.
Okay, so was it open under Trump's administration?
The border?
Yeah, they deported less people. And actually, if you look at Trump's first administration, it went from a lower level of border crossings under Obama to more border crossings under Trump, especially in 2019 prior to COVID.
Right, okay.
So it
how many
seems
people...
like Trump was worse comparative to Obama, right?
Well, Obama's healthcare was ass, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. But okay, you're talking about Trump's first term. Let's talk about his second one, okay? How many people did Biden deport in his term?
Like overall?
Yeah.
I think it was over 3 million.
But deported over 3 million?
Yeah, let me check. Give me 1 second. Or it might be less. The most recent comprehensive data. It'll take me a second to find.
Yo, Sonny, I have not debated before.
I can give you in a minute. I don't know off the top of my head, I can't find it right away.
All right, well, no, I mean, I would say Trump has deported over like 500,000 thus far in less than a year into his first term. I'd say he's doing pretty well. I mean, he's basically deporting the majority of the people that Biden let in.
He's deporting most of the people that Biden...
What do you mean
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true.
19.
So it looks like there were... the agency managed more than 7.6 million immigrants in removal proceedings are subject to final orders of removal. But they weren't like currently detained by ICE yet. So that's just like people they specifically like had under an order. I'm not getting the specific number. I can find it in a minute. What's your point though?
My point is that the Biden administration has let in, let's just say, 6 million. That's pretty much in the middle, 5.5.
Yeah.
And,
Again, what policy did they pass to let more people into the country?
what policy did they pass?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So then, how could you say it was affected by that?
Because their border was just horrible. I mean, they would they would house immigrants whenever they would just come in. They would give them places to live.
Okay. If you're talking about providing people a place to live, that's for asylum seekers, and that's state policy.
Yo, all these people are saying I'm not 18. Like, you want me to show my ID or something?
For people in the chat, do you have evidence that he's 17?
I mean, like, I can go ahead and post my ID if you want.
I don't want you to put your ID. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, my address is on there. You're right. Okay, well, Trump is well on his way to pretty much solve the whole border issue, which was a huge, massive problem with the Biden Kamala Harris.
What policy is he advocating for that you think is good in Kamala? He left. Okay. Alrighty, let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria. Again, listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria. Again, listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up, everyone. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I know you like big black dudes.
So the next individual, only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, and if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay, what's your birth year?
1992.
Okay, and what month?
February.
For sure. And, okay, so what is the reason why you support Trump?
I supported Trump more so based on his policies over the policies originally of Hillary Clinton. And then I saw the same thing happen again, so I went with him again for the policies over Kamala Harris.
Okay, and like what particular policies?
Specifically, on the abortion policies, I thought that was really ridiculous. For up to the third,
Wait,
there's no limit.
How old did you say you were again, by the way?
I'm 33.
Okay, yeah. I thought you said 33. Go ahead, continue.
So I voted in 2016 for him because of the policy that Hillary Clinton had with the abortion up until the 9th month. I thought that was really evil.
Hillary Clinton wasn't the last candidate. Kamala Harris was the last candidate.
No, that's how he originally.
She supports
That's
Roe
how he originally got my vote.
What's up?
That's how he originally got my vote.
Yeah, but we're talking about this last election, like with Kamala Harris.
Last election, I wouldn't have voted for Kamala at all.
But
because I live in California, and I know the policies that she supported, especially with the prisons, and with my uncle being in prison, it was not a good thing. So she would have never got.
Was your uncle in prison because of Kamala Harris?
He was. He got sent to prison. I'm sorry. Hold on. It's my dog. Because of the stop and frisk policy that she implemented in California, he got sent to prison for that. And he was overcharged big time. And I didn't like the fact that she was using black men, especially like my uncle, to extend their time in prison for cheap labor. I thought that was
So,
absolutely.
by the way, there's no evidence of her supporting stop and frisk policy. And her public position historically has been against stop and frisk. So I don't know where you got that from.
No, her position has changed quite a few times.
No, would you like to provide me a single source of her specifically advocating for stop and frisk policy?
I can look.
Go ahead. Alrighty. In the meantime, while she looks that up, let me say thank you to a few people. Grady, thank you so much for the $2. Peyton, thank you so much for the $25. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I wish I could have. Katie, thank you for the $5. Barbara, thank you so much for the $1. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry to hear that happened, Barbara. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I could provide that community. Thank you very much, Barbara. We made some W's for Barbara in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Barbara. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Barbara. Let's go on the next individual. Or not next individual. I was going to check. I meant to say go on to the onto YouTube Super Chat to make sure I'm caught up there. And I was going to say we can get up another individual to help her out while she's looking up stuff. Risen, thank you so much for the $12. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then Troll, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I think I'm fully caught up there as well. So let's make sure to look for another person. Only send a guest request if we do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're going to get up another person to help them out while they're looking up stuff. Alrighty, do give us a second. Let's go on to the next individual. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go on the next individual. Do give a second for people to... Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Alrighty. Did you find it?
Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm wrong about the stop and frisk thing. But I do know that she was the attorney general when my uncle was in jail. And I also know that she blocked innocent black men from getting out of prison.
So you're saying that Kamala Harris engaged in a policy to block specifically him from getting out of prison?
Not my uncle in general, but other black men.
Why are you specifying specifically black men?
Because that was one of our policies she did. She was harsher with black men in the prison system.
Can you give me any policy saying that?
What policy do you want me to look for exactly?
Yeah, that specifically said that she wanted to use black men for prison labor for the state of California. Only black men.
There was she was the attorney general, and she blocked a case that would have freed black men from prison that was innocent. And then, I don't know who was the state general or exactly who, but they ended up having to sue to get that black man released from prison.
So I'd have to see specifically what you're referencing, but I do just want to let you know she has clarified that she disavowed the argument and said it did not reflect her priorities as an attorney general, and that she did not personally enact the system of the prison labor that has been a long-standing practice in California. And I can find this for you from the Malta Justice Initiative if you'd like that.
No, because I know what was said. If you don't mind me asking, though, how come you hate Trump?
How come I hate Trump? Because he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll, because he bragged about walking in the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He sexualized his daughter. He cuts people off their access to health insurance and food through the big, beautiful bill and gives massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires while adding trillions of dollars to the debt, more than what the Democrats would add.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, and I can keep going. There's plenty of other reasons why I don't support Trump.
Carol, that case you're talking about with Carol E.G., I don't remember her exact name. She said that rape is sexy, and they had to cut to commercial.
No, she didn't. She was talking about how
she did.
She thinks.
Yes, she did. And
no, she didn't. I've talked about this many times. She was talking about how she viewed other people specifically that think that, and that's a bad thing that reinforces rape culture within our society. So this is a common.
It's sexy. She did.
You want to bet? You
I will bet.
Okay, so let's clarify. She herself did not think that it is. Specifically, herself. She was claiming that other people think this. Do you want to bet me on that?
She said that she thinks it is sexy, and Anderson Cooper had
Like
to
herself.
cut the commercial.
Like herself. You think she said it herself?
It was during the interview with Anderson Cooper.
Can I have a response to my question? Do you think that she said that she thinks herself that she thinks that it is, or that she thinks that other people think this?
I believe that she said she thinks it is.
Okay, okay, herself or other people think this?
Yes, herself.
Okay, so then do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet?
I don't know. I could pull it up. So could you.
How much do you want to bet?
I don't know.
How much? Tell me. I'll play it right now. Tell me, how much do you want to bet?
What is this on, again? The exact wording has to be correct?
It was the difference between our positions are that it's either you're saying that she said she thinks herself that she thinks grape is sexy, and I'm telling you no, she was saying other people think this. So do you want to bet on that? How much do you want to bet on that?
Hold on a second. So you're claiming she said, so other people think rape is sexy.
Yes,
because
that's what she said. That's what she said. Yes.
Rape can be sexy. That's what she said.
No, again, she said that other people think it is. Do you want to bet me on that? Yes or no? Answer. Do you want to bet me on it?
Yeah.
Okay, how much?
I don't know. You're the one that brought up the bet.
Okay, $200.
Okay.
Okay, all right. You're gonna owe me $200, by the way.
She said that rape is sexy. And CNN freaked out and they had to cut the commercial.
Yeah, so we're gonna pull up the video right now, and we're gonna prove you wrong. How does that sound?
It depends on if you're playing the correct clip. I want the full context.
Yeah, I'll play the full context.
Victim.
Hold up, let me get the full clip.
Would you consider?
Oh, that's a separate. Here we go.
Connotation. This was not sexual. It hurt.
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
Yeah.
So again, what did she say? She said that she thinks most people think this. And again, that's what to go further on this, and I could provide you even more context to it. There's even more because I don't have enough time to show you right now. Again, she was talking about how that reinforces negative implications on our society and grape culture that is harmful to victims in our society.
She was also saying that she thinks it's sexy.
No, again, wait, we just played it. No, she said that she thinks most people view it that way, not that she thinks that her way herself.
Is her included?
What's up?
She didn't exclude herself from that statement.
Again, she if you want to talk about the broader context.
Exclude herself.
Hold up, let me clarify. If you want to talk about the broader context, she did not say that she thought it herself. She was talking about other people. And again, she's not talking about herself in this context. You said that she talked about herself, and you bet $200 on it. I proved you wrong, and now you owe me $200.
No, you don't, because you're wrong.
Yes,
the subject is...
I said you owe me $200.
No, the subject matter was her discussing the rape.
I just played the clip for you, and you're not going to pay me the $200 you owe me?
Listen to me. She said in that very clip, context meaning they were discussing her and President Trump. She said that she thinks rape can be very sexy.
No, she didn't say that. No, she said that she thinks that most people view it that way, which is a bad thing that is negatively impacting our society. So again, what you're doing
that she said most people, despite her, even though the conversation
she's not talking about herself.
The context is about her. The case is about her.
Again, you are trying to grasp for straws right now. This is embarrassing. You are trying to grasp for straws because you were
No, I'm
proven
not.
wrong.
You're evading.
Again, you said that she specifically said that she thought this herself. She did not say that. You are trying
She
to find
literally
things in what
did.
she was saying to reflect your own personal thing that you wanted her to say, rather than what she was actually saying herself.
That's not what happened.
That's exactly.
Play
We
the
just
clip
played
again.
it. I just did.
And keep in mind the context of the clip. They're talking about her. They're
Listen.
talking about what happened in the dressing room.
This was not.
What'd you say?
They're talking about what happened in the dressing room. They're talking about the case with her. They're talking about President Trump.
Listen. She's not talking about herself. She's talking about what most people think, and this is what they're talking
No,
about.
she is. Started from the very beginning.
Listen.
It hurt. It just, you know.
But I think most people think of rape as a, I mean, it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So listen. Let me explain. Cooper specifically says. Listen. Anderson Cooper specifically says that he's talking about most people, how they view it, and she responds with how she thinks most people view it, which is again the negative. And she clarified on this negative connotation for society.
No.
She's not saying. Well, listen.
Few minutes before Anderson Cooper started talking. So you can get the full context. Seriously.
She's not talking about herself. You are
Play
grasping
the 2
for
minutes
straws.
before. No. Play the 2 minutes
You owe
before.
me $200.
No. You owe me $200.
No, I
play
don't.
The 2 minute. Play the clip 2 minutes before when you started.
I'd have to find the full clip that's 2 minutes before. I don't have the full clip that's 2 minutes before.
Okay, play it a minute before.
Ghost, thank you so much for
Because there's
advising me,
context
Hammer.
that
Thank you.
are.
And if that context only helps my case, I've watched this clip and I've played
Yeah,
this.
I've watched
By the
it
way,
too.
I just
I
want to let you know.
watched it
I just want
live,
you to know.
and I watched Anderson
People have
Cooper
brought this up multiple
freak out.
times. Listen to what I'm saying, please. People have brought this up many times on my stream before, and I've done this exact same bet with people in the past. I know exactly what happened in the case, and I have played.
You are not playing
Listen,
it in full
I have
context.
played the full context of many things, and also, by the way, this is the context in which is literally said to have been what she was talking about. There's no other context that you could provide that would justify your standpoint. I'm serious. There's no other context that would help you. All the context.
Are you kidding?
Yes, the context harms you.
No, the context harms you, and that's why you're refusing to play it.
How about you play it? You go find it right now. You go find it and play it.
Give me a minute, and I
Instead
will.
of making me do it, go ahead.
No.
You play the part that thinks justifies your own narrative.
I'll play it. I have no
Go
problem
ahead.
doing that.
Go ahead.
Just give me a minute.
I'll give you time. Katie, thank you so much again for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Brandy, thank you for the $1. Grace, thank you for the $5. I think I'm fully caught up. Everyone, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen.
Okay.
Like somebody talking about for Darth.
I was just there today. I just
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
loved it. So I was coming out, and he was coming in. He was standing out, and he put his hand like this. So I did not go through the revolving door. He came in. He said, "Hey, you're that advice lady." And I said, "Hey, you're that real estate tycoon." He said, "Come advise me. I want to buy a present." I said, "Oh, for who?" He said, "For a girl." So I was enchanted. It was such a great moment. So how about the handbags? Oh no, he doesn't want a handbag. Well, how about a hat? So he strolls to the.
And had you met him prior
once,
to that?
Just once, briefly. There's a picture.
That's where the photo of with
my ex-husband and he with his ex-wife. A very nice. It's a very nice.
Which, by the way, he had said he's never even met you previously. Obviously, the picture which we have, tells a different story.
So we went to the hats, and he immediately grabbed a fur hat, of course. And I said, "Oh, you can't put a dead animal on your head." And then I found out later, of course, all of his women wear those fur hats. Ivanka. You've seen pictures? They all wear. Okay. So he asked. I said, "How old is the young lady?" And he said, "How old are you?" And I said, 52. And he said, "You're so old."
He said that?
Of course. He said, "You're so
Is any of this
old."
context relevant
And
right now?
shortly after that, he said, "I know lingerie." Or he could have said underwear. And so we went up the escalator. We went to the lingerie department. It was empty. There was nobody there. There was nobody on the whole floor, frankly. I think you go through bathing suits and cruise wear. The store was not populated at the time. Nobody was there on the counter.
That's going to sound strange to people that nobody was in the.
Because Bergdorf's is the greatest store on the earth. They take care of whatever you want, they're there. If you're thirsty, they'll bring you water, they'll get you whatever, they'll call all over the country to get whatever you want. It was a moment in time, nobody was there. Plus, a dressing room door was open, which is very unusual because usually they're locked. And the attendant comes and locks it, escorts you in, and said, okay. So on the
So he
counter,
said lingerie because he said he wanted you to help him pick out some lingerie.
well, it can't because he was not having it with the hats. The hats were okay. So then we went up. He was going to get
Are you
some
gonna
lunch.
play like 5 minutes?
I am just like,
No, it hasn't
I
even
could
been more
dine
than a
out
minute yet.
forever on this story. We're going to go get lingerie.
You said you go to the lingerie department and no one is around.
And there are 2 or 3 boxes on the counter. The fancy, remember the old-fashioned lingerie boxes, and a filmy see-through bodysuit in lilac gray. And he snatches it up and he says, "Go try this on."
Hold on a second. I'll try to shorten
try
it.
it on. He
Okay,
said,
so
"No,
you don't
it
even
looks
know
like
what
it.
context you're
I
playing right now. You're just playing
No, I
random
do.
stuff in the conversation. Like, dude, this
No,
isn't.
that's
This is not
not
helping your
true.
case.
No.
You're saying it's a
Hold on a second.
joshing.
I used to be a writer at Saturday Night Live. I see an entire victim.
You don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished. Which the word rape carries so many sexual kind of just it hurt. It just you know.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Which is the exact
Let's take a
part
short
we
break.
played, by the way. This is all stuff we've already played. We already played this. It is again her saying
Yeah,
that she
it's
thinks
exactly.
most people think this.
Hold on, you're talking over it. You're talking over it. Now I'm gonna play it again because you talked over it.
Victim.
You don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished.
You already played this.
It carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. It just you know.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
You're telling me that she's not talking about herself?
She said most people. They're referencing
Yes,
other people.
most
Oh my
people,
God! You
including
tried
her.
to you
And
just said the context
no.
helped you, and you didn't play any context that helped you.
It
We just
completely helped.
wasted like 3 or 4 minutes listening to context that didn't even fucking
and
point
she
there.
even was happy. She said that she even said about the part about the fantasy.
Yeah, she's referencing other people, not that she does this
Which is
herself.
that she's talking about herself, and that's why Anderson Cooper
said, listen,
cut to commercial because of how
and by the
it
way,
looked.
they Anderson Cooper and her clarified this after as well, and they
Yeah, because
disproved.
you know why? They saw how terrible it looked.
No, because again, because people were misinterpreting what happened exactly like what you're doing, and they proved that wrong. Again, the context only. Let me please finish. The context that we're talking about is that they were referencing most people, how it's viewed, and they're talking about how
Her
that
included,
listen,
and that's
they're
why-
talking about how that creates the connotation where sexual assault like this happens, and then so many different people specifically are willing to support someone even though this happens. You understand that's the conversation that's happening here, and you
Yeah, and
claiming that
she
she's
is
referencing.
saying-
Stop talking, please stop. Listen. Right? The context that she's talking about is she's not saying that she herself views it this way. There's no aspect of the conversation that indicates that at all. You are grasping for straws because you don't want to admit you are wrong. She's
I'm
talking
not
about
wrong.
other people.
You are. And that's why Anderson Cooper cut to commercial. Because anyone with working eyeballs and ears can see that that does not match what they're trying to sell.
No, that just happened to be the part of the conversation where they ended up going to commercial.
It looked very, very bad. It looked bad. And that's why they
Okay, you
addressed
can
it.
say that you feel like it looks bad, but that does not
Anyone with
justify your
eyeballs
point.
can see
Listen.
that it is.
Listen, that does not justify your point. Even if it quote unquote looks bad, that doesn't justify your
You're
point.
gonna
Which, by the way, it only looks bad to people who are purposefully misrepresenting what she's saying.
No.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
doesn't.
That is
Someone
true.
that has been, let me tell you this.
You owe me
'Cause I know
$200, by
someone-
the way. You owe me $200.
No, I don't. You owe
yes,
me
you do.
$200.
You are lying. You are lying so
I
that you
am
don't have
not
to acknowledge
lying.
reality.
No,
You
I'm
absolutely
not.
owe me $200.
No, you owe me $200.
What are you talking about? You played the clip that justified what I said.
What you said is that she was not implying herself. She was.
She did not
implying
say herself. There's nothing in that. You wait. Play any of the context that says that she was talking about what herself. She thinks that.
She does think that.
No,
And
there's
that
no
is
evidence
why-
of that. You're just saying this.
Yes, there is. Keep
No,
in
there's
mind,
not.
You didn't show the video. You didn't get to see the facial expressions that she made. Show that, and I guarantee you, your
I did.
chat.
And
Show
by the
it
way,
right now.
now you're just gonna infinitely move the goalpost. I can't play the audio. You got to play extra context that's not needed. I have to show the face of the person who's saying it.
You know why I
all of
keep
these things
saying-
are you. Wait, listen.
No,
all
no,
of
no,
these
no, no,
things are just straight moving the goalpost because you
No.
are so dense that you can't accept the fact that you lost the bet.
Honey, no. You lost
Stop,
it.
dude. Like this is ridiculous. This is so
No,
absurd.
you're ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. I literally that
Let me
was
tell
so
you
obvious that
something.
I'm right.
Hold on a second.
Listen.
Hold on. Let me
Stop.
talk, and then you can. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I know people who's been raped. And let me tell you something. A rape victim does not talk about rape like that. Ever. Under any circumstance. That doesn't happen.
By the way, I know great victims. The idea that you're appealing to knowing great victims saying they never talk like that does not mean anything. Not all victims speak
A
the same
rape-
way. She's talking
no.
in front of an
A
audience
rape
of
victim-
millions of people, and she's talking about the
A
implications
rape-
of rape culture. Not all people
A
who
rape
have been
victim
raped
would
speak the
never,
exact same way. That is a
ever
ridiculous
find
way
rape
for you to say that because
sexy.
some great victims don't say that doesn't that
Tell
means
me-
that she
tell
wasn't
me
assaulted is disgusting. By the way, I have a
Hold on,
question.
hold on.
I have a question.
Tell
I
me-
have a question. What evidence do you need to believe people who have been raped in your life that you specifically do believe? What evidence did you need?
One thing that I definitely know is that rape victims don't
Answer my
call
question.
rape sexy.
What evidence did you need? What evidence did you
Have
need?
you ever what evidence in what?
In the
what way?
situations where you believe people in your life that you know, what evidence did you need to believe them?
I can tell by their behavior, by their fear of men, by their repulsion to even be looked at in a sexual way. No rape victim would ever say rape is sexy under any circumstance ever.
She's saying other people think that.
But no
You're
rape,
not understanding. And
hold
by the
on,
way,
hold on.
there are great victims in the chat right now that would absolutely say the same thing that E.G. and Carol said. How dare
No,
you
they
fucking
wouldn't.
say that they weren't assaulted?
They
How
would
dare
not
you?
say that.
That is so
No, they
sick
would
of
not.
you. That is so
Rape
sick
is-
of you to say that because all victims don't respond the same way, that it means that it didn't happen to people. There are people in the comment section it happened to that they would specifically say that. I know people in my life that this would be applicable to. This argument you're providing here is dog shit. You're not looking for evidence. You're not looking for reason. You're not looking for trustworthiness. You're looking to defend a predator in all circumstances, which indicates that they're guilt. Not only is Donald Trump been held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E.G. and Carol's vagina against her will, but there are 26 plus people that have accused him of sexual misconduct. Do you believe every single one of those people are lying? You have to unmute your mic, Elizabeth. Do you think every single one of those people are lying?
Sorry, my thing popped up and it muted it. I didn't know how. What I'm trying to tell you this. Rape victims don't talk about rape like that. They don't talk about other women's rape like
Stop
that.
spreading this bullshit. Do you believe any of the 26 people that have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct? Or do you think every single one's lying?
I don't know all the 26 people.
You don't need
but
to. You don't need to. Do
I
you
don't
think
even
even
know
one
who
of
they are
them is
because I've
telling the
never heard
truth?
that. The
Do
only
you think
person I know
even one of them
hold
are
on.
telling the truth?
The only person I know of that has said it is her and the pageant girl who lost the pageant and was angry.
Oh, come on. This is so embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
And-
It's not just one
No, it's
person that came
not.
out, by the way.
You know
And by
how
the way,
many people
this is so
accuse
ridiculous.
famous people of rape?
Again, do you
And
can you
how
name
many
one time?
times it's not
okay,
true?
okay. So then, how about this? Name one time. There's been 26 plus people that have accused someone of sexual misconduct, and every single one of them were lying. Name one time.
I'm not saying that every single person lies, and I don't know.
No, give
these
me one
26 people
circumstance. I'm
even
waiting. Name one circumstance where that many people came out and talked about the fact that this happened to them, and you believe that every single one of them were lying. Name one circumstance.
That's not my point. My point is with the Trump accuser, Carol. I see you're pivoting because you don't want to admit
I'm
that
not
looks
pivoting.
terrible.
I'm not pivoting. I'm just saying that you won't fucking believe it no matter what. Because you are a grape apologist. You will sit there and say every
Please
single
don't
one of them are
swear
lying.
at me.
No, you defend a guy that was held civilly liable of
No, I
forcibly
didn't.
penetrating a woman's vagina against her
Because
will,
first
who
of all,
bragged about walking into the
first of
changing
all,
rooms
you
of
won't
naked
even
women
tell
while they're
me
changing
who
without their
some of the
consent,
victims
or
are.
an
That's
18-year-old that
first.
came...
So how are
Listen,
you going to
she's
falsely
not even listening.
accuse me of? Yeah, because you're not telling me. How am I supposed to believe something I've never heard?
You don't have
26
to...
people.
Listen.
You can't even name 5 of the 26.
Again, there being a 26 plus people is evidence in of itself, right? It's evidence in of itself that there's a civil court that determined this to be true. Okay? It is absurd for you to sit there
hold
and
on.
hold on.
They
Let me
only
please. Can
determine-
I please finish? It is absurd for you to sit there and you to say that every single one of these people would have lied. And if at least one of them,
I've never said that.
no, listen. So
that
then,
never once came
do
out
you
of my
believe it?
mouth.
So then, do you think at least one of them are telling the truth?
I don't know who they are.
How about this? Do you know any of the victims of Epstein?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
don't.
Do you believe them?
Yeah, but there were several people that did it. I'm not saying he did everything to everyone. That was a organized
Oh, so because
thing.
several people came out. So several people came out about Donald Trump. So is that enough evidence for you to believe that it's
no
true
one
about
came
Donald
out
Trump?
no. Because
Okay,
no
so
one
why
came
is it
out
enough?
against.
Why is it enough with Epstein but not enough with Trump?
Because Epstein had a organization going on, and it wasn't just involving Epstein.
Which Trump
it
was
involving
affiliated with?
several billionaires, including Bill Clinton.
So which Trump was affiliated with, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So then,
I didn't say anything about Trump with Epstein. What I'm talking
well, you want to
about
know what Trump said
is
about
you
Epstein?
giving me my
I'll tell you.
$200 to owe me.
Let's tell you what Epstein and Trump said about each other. Trump said that Epstein is a terrific guy and he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side. And you want to know what Epstein said about Trump? He said that they were best buddies for over 10 years. And he said that he knew bad people, but none as bad as Donald Trump. The convicted child sex trafficker knew a bunch of child rapists, but none as bad as Donald Trump.
You know why he said that?
Tell me.
Because President Trump is the only person that cooperated with the FBI when they first started doing the investigation. No one else cooperated. And after that is when Epstein said that. He also kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, a few things with this. One, you're saying that he said it because of that. So the point that I would make here is that Trump was said to have known this throughout the whole time. Okay? And again, Trump, he said the reason why he wasn't friends, the reason why Trump said that he wasn't friends with Epstein anymore is because he quote unquote stole an underage masseuse from Mar-a-Lago, right? And it wasn't because of the bad actions he was engaged. It was because he was quote unquote poaching people. And by the way, that was a victim of Epstein. So he was grooming. Can I please talk without you cutting me off? It's like every time I speak, you don't listen to a single word I say, and you just spam bullshit. What is this? We're not even having a conversation.
Don't swear at me.
You want to say what you had to say?
I thought you wanted me to shut up.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
President Trump banned Epstein from his club. He also is the only one that cooperated with the FBI. He also is the only one that Epstein hates because he could not get any money from out of Trump. He's the only one that he does not support. Why is it that a well-known pedophile has supported every Democrat on the ticket? Why are you guys never questioning that? He had a painting of Bill Clinton in his house wearing the dress that he did what he did with Monica Lewinsky in. Why is that not questioned?
We do. We question that too.
I've yet to see it.
What do you mean? We do that all the time. You think that
No,
we
you
don't
don't.
question the
I watch a lot
relationship?
of-
I question the
I watch a
relationship between
lot
Bill
of your
Clinton.
debates.
I question the relationship between Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not a cult member like you. I can actually place questions on the Democrats that run for office. I don't sit there and support them no matter what.
I don't either. And I'm not a cult
And if a
member.
Democrat's guilty,
You're
I
the
hope
one
that
that
they're
is-
held accountable. If a Republican's guilty, I hope that they're held accountable. And the reality of the matter is that Donald Trump knew about it. Donald Trump was, again, literally engaging in sexual exploitation himself, bragging about it, being held
Donald
civilly
Trump
liable of
knew
sexual
about it.
abuse at this
Donald
time,
Trump-
calling Epstein a terrific guy, saying he likes beautiful women as much as he does, saying he dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. Donald Trump was engaging in
A
so much
10-year-old
behavior.
hold on.
Can I please finish without you cutting me off? Literally, I can't even do it once without you cutting me
Go
off.
ahead. Go ahead.
Donald Trump continually engaged in behavior that demonstrated that he was knowingly engaging in sexual exploitation and engaging in bad behaviors and grabbing women by the vagina without asking. And yet, again, you sit there and say that he didn't do yet he bragged about it, admitted it, was held accountable for it in a civil court. Go ahead.
I didn't say he didn't do that.
Oh, so if he did do it, then why do you still support him after doing that?
I didn't say he did, and I didn't say he didn't. What I said is that he cooperated with the FBI. He was the only one that did. And about the comment you made about he would date a 10-year-old in 10 years, when was that said?
That was said in the 90s. He said he would date a
And you know-
10-year-old girl in 10 years. Do you want me to play it?
Sure. And just so you know, a 10-year-old in 10 years will be 20.
Yeah, you're still sexualizing a 5th grader? What are you looking at to determine that you would
Absolutely
say that you'd
not.
be dating them in 10 years? And secondly, it's still weird for him at his age to be dating a 20-year-old.
It absolutely is weird.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Would you be okay if he said that to your daughter? Would you still vote for him?
Of course I wouldn't be okay with that.
Would you still vote for him if he,
I'm
if
not
he said
okay
that?
with guys that
If he
do
said that to
age
your
gap
daughter,
relationships
wait,
right now.
hold up. If he said that to your daughter when she was 10 years old, would you still vote for him over Kamala Harris?
No, I would not vote for him over Kamala Harris, and I wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris.
Okay, so why would you vote for him in that scenario when it was someone else's 10-year-old daughter?
He didn't say he was going to date a 10-year-old when she's 10. He said in 10 years, that means 20. And I didn't even know he said that. I've never heard this clip before.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
You heard her say, yeah, and then, whenever literally Trump said
Yeah,
that.
it's gross. That's completely gross.
So now that you've heard this, would you say that you don't support Donald Trump anymore?
Not based on that.
Oh, okay. So he can brag about engaging in sexual exploitation, say he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, sexualize his daughter by saying yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass, saying he had sex in common with his daughter, said he'd be dating his own daughter if it wasn't his
Stern was a
daughter, and
disgusting
called
man
his daughter
anyways.
voluptuous. And yeah, that's someone who Donald Trump was friends with.
Yeah, a lot of people were, including Bill Clinton, Obama.
Again, you
lots
act
of
like I
people.
can't critique Bill Clinton. I think that Bill Clinton should be critiqued.
Yeah, so where's my $200?
You owe me $200. I
No,
proved you
I
wrong. You
didn't.
owe me $200.
No,
Venmo,
you did
PayPal,
not.
Linktree in the bio right now. You owe me $200.
No.
This
No,
is
you
so
owe me
dishonest.
$200.
This is so dishonest.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I literally
Everything I
proved
said
you
is
wrong.
true.
I
No,
literally
you did
proved you wrong.
not.
I
No,
proved
you
you wrong.
didn't.
We played it. I
Hold
let
on,
you play
if
the
you
a
would've-
minutes,
no,
multiple minutes of content.
If you had
I
proved me
I-
wrong,
I-
this would've-
context.
you would've- if you would have proved me wrong, it would
did.
have been. Or no, you didn't. It
I
would
already
have been.
did. If
no.
if you believe that I specifically proved her wrong and she owes me $200, type 3 in the comment section. Take a look at the comments. Look at all the people.
Yeah, they're their
All
fans.
the people. Okay, so you see what I mean?
No,
Like,
Trump haters.
no, they're people that experience this happening. Okay.
No, honestly, a lot of your fans is just girls that are like you. So we'll put whatever you say to.
Yeah, because I say things that are accurate and correct, and I
No,
critically
you
think.
don't. You cannot look at that clip and hear that clip and say that she wasn't talking about herself. You know it, I know it, and so does everyone else.
Yes, I can. And we played the audio, we played the context, and it didn't justify your point. It only justified mine. She was
No, it
talking
did
about
not.
other people. That was very obvious. And I'm sorry that you can't
No, it
identify
wasn't.
that and that you lack the comprehension of
I
being
don't.
able to actually identify that. But everyone else here can. Okay? Everyone else here can.
No, that's not true.
And the reason why you lack the comprehension is because you have a mental block limiting your ability to critically think about your cult leader.
No, that's not true. Because if I was the cult follower, I would have disagreed with every single thing you said, and I didn't.
You literally are, because you will
No, I'm
support him no
not.
matter what. Name one thing Trump
I
could
didn't
do.
say that.
Wait, tell me one thing Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him.
I wouldn't support him if he did anything to a child. I wouldn't
Okay.
support him.
So by the way,
if
would you vote for him if he were
he
held
had
civilly?
any.
I'll ask you this question: would you vote for him if he were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
No.
Okay, but so what is the relevant difference between the victim being an adult and the victim being a child? That means in one scenario you'd vote for him, but not the other.
I would. The difference between that is the credibility of the witness, the fact that she said rape is sexy, and no rape victim ever would say that.
Okay,
That's the
again,
key point. That's the key.
by the way, she is a great victim, and she's acknowledging what's applicable to other people. And if you use this one point to say that it didn't happen to someone, then you're denying all the people that would say that in the comment
No.
section what happened to them.
I'm going to be terrible, and I'm going to even say this to you. If she hadn't have said that, I would be open to believing what she said.
Okay,
But
so
the
then,
fact
so
that
then you're
she
open to
said
believe. So then
that-
you're open to believe every single one of the other victims because there's 26 plus victims.
Yeah, you haven't
So
told
do
me
you
any
believe
of these
them?
victims. No names, nothing. How can I believe someone that I've never even heard of?
Wait, you understand that you don't need the names. You don't need the names to believe the victims of Epstein.
No, because that was a whole organization that he did, documented with several people.
You said, wait, hold up. Repeat that point.
The whole Epstein thing, that was an organization thing that he did with several people worldwide, top political leaders, royals, all these type of people. It's not just one man.
Okay, I'm not really understanding your argument there. But by the way, I'm gonna read off names of multiple people, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna deny all of them, right? Adrian Carroll, Jessica Leeds, Jill Harth, Kristen Anderson, Stacey Williams, Amy Doris, Kathy Heller, Karina Virginia, Rachel Crooks, Natasha Stoynoff, Juliet Huddy, Summer Zervos, Jessica Drake, Nini Lakosin, and Alva Johnson. Okay, those are just a few people specifically that I could point to that have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct. Do you think every single one of them are lying? You cut out of the app. I can't hear you currently.
You hear me?
Yeah, did you hear the names of people I just said?
Yeah, I was trying to look them up, but you were talking too fast.
I'll say it again. Jessica Leeds,
Hold
Jill
on.
Harth, Kristen Anderson,
Hold on a
Stacey
second.
Williams, Amy Doris, Kathy Heller, Karina Virginia, Rachel Crooks, Natasha Stoynoff, Juliet Huddy, Summer Zervos, Jessica Drake. I can keep going, but like the point that you're not acknowledging is that you're saying every single one of them are lying.
No, I did not say that. You keep saying I'm saying that they're
So
lying,
then,
but I never said that.
do you believe at least one of them?
One of them could be true, yeah.
Okay, so then
But I'll
if
tell
one
you
of them's
who's not
true, isn't that
true.
enough reason to not support Trump?
I can't support him anymore anyways. He's not going to be on the ballot.
No, but like if you could go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris with the information that I've provided to you on the stream?
If I could see the information for myself and I could check it out and it seems credible, yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm sorry, just the idea that there is that many people accusing him in of itself is credible. Provided to you on Epstein, then you should believe Katie Johnson, who was a victim that specifically accused not only Trump but also Epstein. So then if you believe the victims of Epstein,
Well, I
then
don't
wouldn't you
believe her.
necessarily believe, right, that Donald Trump also was affiliated with that?
No, because the other Epstein victims have said that he absolutely was not.
Wait, so just because they specifically were not assaulted by Donald Trump does not mean that Donald Trump didn't do it to other people. And by the way, you can't use other victims. And so, wait, by the way, you're saying other victims' accusations, or I mean claims specifically about what happened, you believe without looking into it. But apparently you don't believe Katie Johnson. Apparently you don't believe any of the 26 plus people
because
that
I don't
accused
know
Donald
who
Trump
that
of sexual
person
misconduct. None of their claims are believable to you, but they're believable whenever
Only
they claim that
because-
specifically Donald Trump wasn't there. So that to me
But
sounds
when
like
it
you're
comes-
just a
hold on.
cult. You're in a cult. You don't have to
No, I'm
verify.
not.
Wait, tell me the people
If I was in a
specifically.
cult-
Wait, tell me the victims' names that said that Donald Trump wasn't there. Do you even know?
The lady that just died.
Wait, can you tell me the names?
Can't remember her name. She's blonde. She was pictured with Prince Andrew. And she said
do you
several
know her
times.
name?
I can't remember her name.
Her name is Virginia Giuffre. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her last name.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And she said that he didn't do anything.
That doesn't mean just because again she claims that he didn't do anything to her does not necessarily entail that he didn't do anything to any other person. This is okay. For example, this is like you claiming as a defense in a case that is claiming that actually this is like Tyler Robinson claiming in the defense, right? That again there are people that I haven't murdered and that haven't been murdered by me. Is that evidence that Tyler Robinson isn't guilty?
Who is Tyler Robertson?
The guy who shot Charlie Kirk, quote unquote, allegedly, just for legal purposes.
Oh, well, I don't want to talk about that.
No, do you understand my point?
Yeah, but
could his defense be? Could he bring up people to the stand? Wait, could he bring up people to the stand, and could they say that Tyler Robinson didn't murder me? Would that be evidence that he didn't do it?
No, but
do you see what I mean? This is not evidence that Trump didn't do anything bad.
In a case with this guy, I would have way more information than what you're telling me. You have to remember, I'm going solely based on what you're telling me about these other victims.
Just the fact that there is this many people accusing of sexual misconduct is evidence in of itself.
No, it's not. And the
It
reason
is.
I say that is because famous men are always accused of this. Always.
So then, based upon your reasoning, you wouldn't believe the victims of Epstein because, again, famous people are always accused by victims, right?
That's
Under your
different.
view?
You know how many rappers has been falsely accused of rape?
Name one in which 26 people accused them of sexual misconduct and it wasn't true. Name one.
That's not. That
I'm
doesn't have anything to do
waiting.
with
I'm
what
waiting. I
saying.
just want to hear one case of this.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, okay. So
When are you gonna
by the
give
way,
them
there were
$200?
26 people that have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct. Every single one is lying, but this has never happened before.
I never said that.
Well, then, do you want to provide a case of when this happened?
I don't know who these people are. Give me my $200.
Yeah, so you can't you owe me $200. You can't
No,
provide me a
you owe
single
me
case.
$200.
You can't provide me a single case where that many people have accused someone of sexual misconduct, and again, it wasn't true. So the idea that you're not recognizing, by the way, you're believing a guy who cheated on every single one of his wives, a pathological liar, over 26 plus people that have accused him of sexual misconduct. Who do you think is more trustworthy? 26 plus people that have accused him of sexual misconduct, or again, the pathological liar that again cheated on every single one of his wives and still lies about it to this day?
Well, he was also the pageant guy. He ran the pageant, and there was a lot of disgruntled pageant losers too. And President Trump is not the first person to cheat on his wife. Bill Clinton did it very famously.
And that would mean that we give him scrutiny for being a liar. We don't believe all the claims that he just makes because he's
I don't
lied
believe all the
pathologically.
claims. I don't believe all the claims he makes.
Exactly. You believe them about Trump, though. You believe him over
No,
the
I don't.
26
That's
plus
what I'm
people that
saying.
have.
I don't
No,
believe
yeah,
all
you
his
believe Donald
claims.
Trump over the
He
26 plus people that have.
overexaggerates a lot.
You believe Donald Trump over the 26 plus people that have accused him of sexual misconduct.
No, I don't. I never
Yes, you
said
do.
that. I don't know who these people are.
And again, I've told you, and I've given you information. You're never even going to look this up. I guarantee after this conversation, you'll do no research.
I guarantee you I will.
Okay, you will?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Because whenever, and by the way, I don't think you'll even be genuine with the research because when I played you evidence of what I said to be true, you still deny it and won't give me my rightfully give me $200 that you owe me.
You owe me $200.
I don't owe you shit. You owe me $200. This is absurd.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I proved you wrong, and you're still denying
No,
it.
you did not.
I literally did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
I literally did. Everyone watched it.
I did not prove. You did not prove me wrong.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I played
No,
it
you
on
did
stream.
not.
Yes, I did.
And I played it. And what I said was true. She said that she finds rape sexy.
She didn't say that she thinks that herself. She said that other people think that because she was saying most people view it this way, and that reinforces rape culture. How it's a
And
bad
she-
thing.
Look, you do owe me $200.
I don't
She
owe you
said-
shit. You're the one that owes me $200. I literally proved you wrong, and you're in denial.
No, you did not.
This is just cope. This is just cope.
It's not cope.
It is
It's-
cope.
You don't want to give me what you owe me.
You're the one that is coping right now, and you can't give it to me when you owe me.
No.
I proved you wrong. Everyone can
No,
see
you
in this
didn't.
video,
He
and you are just
says-
in denial. This is
No,
unbearable.
I'm not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Your response now is just nuh-uh.
She said that rape is sexy.
Again, we played this. She said that most people view it that way, and she's talking about
Including
other
her.
people. Wait,
And that's
again,
why in
wait.
the
You are
video-
adding that. You are adding that. You said including her. She never said that.
No, I'm not adding that to her
You did.
words. I'm
You
saying-
totally added that. You totally
No,
added
I'm
that.
not.
Okay, so tell me
I'm
when she said
saying-
that. When did she say that?
I'm saying as in.
Wait, when did she
her
say that?
included
When did she say
within.
including me? Tell me when she said that.
You didn't have to say it. Her emotions.
Oh, she doesn't have to say
her
it. Oh, you can just
No,
infer that it
because her
happened
words-
because you feel like it. Oh my
No,
God,
it's
trust me,
because
bro.
her
Please,
words
please
say it.
trust me. When I
Her
say that she
face
meant
said it.
something, what I say about what
And
she meant
she
means
also
more than what
agreed
she
when
said what
was
she
talking
meant.
about fantasies about it.
She's not saying she thinks that way. She's saying other people think that
She is
way.
saying all that. Yes, she is, and that's what I
She's not talking about the way that she thinks
I
about it. She's
wish
talking
you
about
could
how
show
other
your
people.
audience
That's what
the actual video.
they're referencing most people. She's not referencing herself necessarily. She never said including me. You're imposing that because you lost the argument and you're fucking coping and you can't acknowledge the fact that you owe me $200 fucking dollars. You owe me $200. Haley, thank you for the $15. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Haley. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Creed, thank you so much for the $3. AJ, thank you so much for the $5. Shannon with the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much, Shannon. Kelly, thank you for the $25. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anderson Cooper debunked the commercial stuff. Look, it was on YouTube. It was all pre-recorded. He just threw to camera for commercial slots. Yes, literally. Yeah, he already clarified that. Yet she's just gonna believe it's them backtracking or something. Rachel, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Blanca, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $1. Michelle, thank you for the $1 for this lady owes you $200. True. She owes me $200. By the way, if you think that the guest owes me $200, everyone, make sure to hit a thumbs up on the live stream and tap that screen here on TikTok because really,
If he had to clarify it,
it's crazy.
that means what?
Hold up. Sabrina, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Ken, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, she apparently thinks all famous people are accused, but they're not. Not all famous people are. Eccentrical Chris, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll definitely make sure to ask that question. Jolish, thank you for the $5. Sejan, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Kelly, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jolish, thank you for the $5. It's Aru, thank you so much. I really appreciate the 5. Thank you. It's absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Aru. Thank you. Rena, thank you so much for the $2.50. Thank you. Zero, thank you so much for the $2. Tess, thank you for the $5. Cassandra, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And they said I'm a CSA survivor, and the person that raped me. They said the person that raped me definitely thought that it was sexy, unfortunately. Thank you for standing up for survivors like me. Thank you so much, Cassandra. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W's for Cassandra in the comment section right now. Thank you so much.
Did you meet me?
Jewel, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Luna, thank you so much for the $2. Seriously.
Can you hear me?
Thank you so much. Aru, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Can you hear me?
Sydney, thank you so much for the $10. Mel, thank you for the $6. I really appreciate it. Haley, thank you for the $2 and for the $1. Silver, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, though, I really appreciate it. Highful, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Erica with the 5 and the $2. Thank you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
She wasn't standing up for rape survivors. She said that it is sexy.
Dude, how many more times are you going to recycle the same talking point I've debunked like 10 times? And that I
You
literally
did not
proved you wrong
debunk
on,
it.
and you owe me $200 on.
No.
Why are you dying on this hill? Why are
I'm
you
not
doing
dying
this?
on a hill. I'm just
What is
saying.
the point? What is the point of defending people like this?
I'm not
Seriously.
defending anyone.
You are. You're
You
totally
keep
doing
thinking,
that.
you keep thinking I'm defending people. I'm trying to clarify something.
She didn't say that, and you're imposing that she said something when
Did
she didn't say that.
And that's why Anderson Cooper himself had to do what? Clarify, meaning what? That the public overwhelmingly
No,
heard
all
the
he
same
did was
thing that
clarify.
I did.
Wait, listen. All he did was clarify is that he went to a pre-scheduled time for there to be commercials. That's what he clarified, and you won't acknowledge that. And you're trying to say that, like, again, by the way, him
because
having to clarify
everyone
something
that
is not
watched that
indicative. Wait,
interview-
him having to clarify something is not indicative of him specifically or her doing anything wrong. It's just indicative of the fact that there are literally people like you that will try to be dense no matter what she fucking says
No,
to try to demean her and call her crazy without good reason. It's disgusting.
No, what that means is the majority heard the exact same thing that I did.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yes, that is completely true,
No,
and that's
wait,
why they clarified
the majority of
it.
people
If
here
not,
definitely didn't hear that. I guarantee if I played this
because you
clip to
guys
the
are all
majority of people,
Trump
if I
range.
played this clip to the majority of people, they would not take the interpretation that you hold. That's ridiculous.
Everyone has.
No, they haven't.
Yes.
People
When
just
you
didn't hear.
ask several other
Listen.
people.
Listen, you would be shocked how many people didn't know that Donald Trump was even held civilly liable of sexual abuse because of the lack of critical thinking, education, and access to resources in terms of information. People didn't even know about this, and that's why I was screaming from the skyscrapers that this is the case. Because when people did find out about this, they then decided that they shouldn't support Donald Trump. But the issue was that not enough people talked about this, not enough people brought attention to this, not enough people saw this as a red line, and it normalized it in society. And now people are willing to support people who have been held civilly liable of sexual abuse in positions of power like the presidency because Donald Trump has normalized it to a degree in which you can just disregard evidence-based cases whenever you feel like it because a person you like is in that position. It's
That's
absurd.
not true. And anyways, the whole case, they had to change New York law to even bring it about because
Wrong.
the statutory
Wrong.
limitations.
Wait. So wrong. The statute of limitations was not changed just for this case. There were thousands of other people that were able to hold their abusers accountable in a civil court because of this law. It was not just changed. No, it was not. It was
with the focus of getting Trump.
Wait, no, not true. That is completely false. That is completely false. This was actually related to the Me Too movement. You are now lying. This was never the case, that it was just because of E. Jean Carroll. There were, again, thousands of other victims in New York that were able to hold their abusers accountable in a civil court because of this change in the statute of limitations. It's not just because of E. Jean Carroll. Now, it allowed for E. Jean Carroll to hold them accountable in a civil court, but it was not that just because they wanted to hold Trump accountable, they decided to change the statute of limitations. And even if that were true, that doesn't change anything. It still has to meet a standard of evidence in order for him to be held liable in a civil court. A judge said that Donald Trump, in fact, raped E. Jean Carroll. And yet you're going to sit here and say that it didn't happen because of some fucking misread talking point about what she said that you still has to meet back what I don't know, you actually owe me $200 and I'm gonna repeat the same dumbass talking point that I've said 6 to 7 times on this live stream, and I've been proven wrong on every single time. He even played a video that proved me wrong, yet I'm still gonna say it no matter what because I can't acknowledge that I'm wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm
Objectively speaking, you are wrong.
No, I am not.
You are.
Not on this.
You are.
No, I wasn't informed about the 26 other claims you made.
And even when I did, it still didn't change your mind.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so it did change your mind?
It makes me look at things differently.
How so?
In what way? Because like I said, he's not going to be able to be president again.
I said, how does it make you look at things differently?
If I could get information on that, I would read it with good faith and possibly change my mind.
But didn't you already think that before? Like, didn't you already think that if there were this reason, like these particular claims, that you would look into them?
No, because I hadn't heard about these claims until today.
But you thought about that. You thought that before, and that's why this was convincing to you when I brought it up, that you would specifically look into it. You already had the position that you would, quote unquote, look into it if it is the case that this information was brought up to you. So you didn't change your mind at all. You simply just said that you're going to look into it and do research now, after the election happened, after you already had fucking how long to look into it, because you didn't care enough to look into it.
No. I've made it very clear I did not know about this.
Had you watched my stream before?
I have, but I haven't watched all of them. I usually watch the atheist ones.
Okay, so you watched when I talked about God. Did you watch like any or any political ones prior to the election?
No. I've seen you on Pierce Morgan and Jubilee.
And I said that on Jubilee.
I don't watch all the Jubilees. Some people I don't like.
Okay. Is there any other things you want to address? And by the way, wait, are you in the bath?
No.
Then what was the water?
Like drinking water.
That is not what drinking water sounds like. What?
So go ahead and send me my 200.
You said what?
Go ahead and send me my 200.
You owe me $200. What are you talking about? And why are you pivoting from what we just said?
I'm not pivoting.
Yeah, you are. You literally did. Wait, by the way, are you Christian?
Yeah.
You've been lying repeatedly on the stream. How does it feel to
I haven't lied one time.
literally you send over and over again?
Nope, I haven't lied.
By the way, you just said that you weren't in the bathtub. We heard the fucking sound. Hello?
I haven't lied about
Really?
anything except maybe that last one.
Except maybe that. What? And by the way, why are you doing that on the stream? That's a crazy thing to do on the stream. But so you did lie about that, and you've also been lying over and over again about the situation. You owe me $200, and I'm gonna kick you now. You owe me $200. You owe me $200. Diabolical thing to do, by the way. Just absolutely diabolical. Pathological liar. She must take after Trump because she's a pathological liar as well. Nathan, thank you so much for the $35. Thank you so much for she's never going to give you the $200. Seriously, though. They said so I'll chip in 50 Canadian to help you cover the lost revenue. Thank you so much, Nathan. I really appreciate it. Jennifer with $100 on PayPal. Can we get some W's for Jennifer in the comment section right now? For thank you for defending us, great victims. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Can we get some W's for Jennifer? Right now. Of course. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you. Rebecca, thank you so much for the $6.67. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you as well. I really appreciate you. With some W's for Brooke in the comment section right now for the $50 on PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. With some W's for Brooke in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brooke. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nicole, thank you so much. I really appreciate the dollar. Thank you for raise how much she owes you every time she says, but she said grape is sexy. Honestly, if that was the case, she would owe me like so much money. It's unbelievable. Hugh, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Absolutely dishonest. Juan, thank you so much for the $2. Unknown, thank you for the $5. Ash, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, though. I'm applauding. Thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Dana, thank you so much. I really appreciate the dollar. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I can't click on that through this, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I haven't seen. I don't know if I can click through that. It doesn't allow me to. I might be able to copy it later. But I'll make sure to check that out later. If you're on YouTube, everyone hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It'll help get it out to more people, everybody. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Alrighty. Let's go on to the next individual. By the way, everyone, I should be on later tomorrow, I think. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Sherry, thank you so much for the $20 on PayPal. Can we get some W's for Sherry in the comment section right now? Of course. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Sherry. Thank you. W's for Sherry in the comments. What happened to... oh my god. Actually, you know what? I just thought about this, and then I straight up saw him. Is he at the party? Hold on. This is going to be a very long chat. Yeah, are you at the party now?
No, I actually am. I'm out at the party and ready to debate. Should I?
You didn't even show up, and now you were just.
No, I went to the fucking party. What are you talking about?
I told you you'd be watching my stream later. I knew it. You didn't even go to the function, bro.
I did go to the function. I was gonna call you in there, but you didn't let me up. So you were busy fucking talking.
That's actually not true. I didn't see you in the guest box. You're lying.
On God, you're weird, Parker. On God, you're weird. But I got a conservative.
I'm weird. You got dunked on earlier, and you came back to get dunked on again.
You didn't. Never mind. My conservative friend doesn't want to debate you because he says you're not worth it. You're not worth his time.
He's scared. Oh, actually, you don't even have friends, so he can't debate me because you don't have a friend.
I have friends. I have a lot of friends. I have at least six or seven.
Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him.
You want to talk to him? All right. Hold on. All right. Why don't you debate my fucking friend, Parker? All right. He says he doesn't want to debate you because you're not worth his time.
Did he just say he's not your
Also,
friend?
wait. How many followers do I need to put my camera on?
You need more followers than you already have right now. Seems like you're not popular.
Wait,
enough
how many
to turn your
followers to
camera
put my
on.
camera on?
See, TikTok knows that like you're not
weird.
cool enough to
You're
turn your
weird,
camera
Parker.
on.
Well, dude, once I get the camera on, you already know I'm about to start destroying you and Dean. Back-to-back debates, 2-on-1. It don't matter. It don't matter who it is.
Thorkus, are you gonna join?
It don't matter.
Are you gonna be a part of Gawk? Because I feel like you're on the same level as Gawk.
What is Gawk? Tell me what it is, Parks.
Gage and Brock. Like
Tell me what it is, Parks.
Are those your brothers?
What is?
Wait, you guys must be related. I'm serious.
Who?
Like Gage, Brock, and Thorkus
is
have
Brock?
got to be related.
On God, you're being
Brock.
fucking
Actually,
weird right
I think Brock's stronger than you. I think he has bigger muscles than you. I think
In terms of strength
I
or
think Brock
debating?
mogs
In
you.
terms-
I think Brock actually mogs you.
Dog, the last person to mog me never existed because I look that fucking good, boy.
Thorkus,
Parker,
I'm
get
sorry
a
that
job.
I
Get a
have to be the
fucking
first.
job.
I have to
Keep
be
my
the first
story.
person to tell you
Keep my
this,
story.
but that's just everyone mogs you, bro.
Peep my story if you want to see me mog Parker because I
Yeah,
posted
look at
after our
Thorkus,
debate.
everyone.
Look at Thorkus' story because he's going to be flipping off Parker on that story. I said, hey, fuck Parker, get a job. I said, fuck Dean Withers because none of them motherfuckers know how to debate. On God, I've meticulously pulled apart each one of their talks.
Hey Thorkus, when you get the ability to do a turn your camera on, you can come back and you should do a push-up contest against Dean. That would be very funny. I have got to see that. A Thorkus versus Dean push-up contest. I gotta see it. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. LaGuera, thank you so much. I really appreciate the Interstellar. Thank you. Give me some W's for LaGuera in the comment section for the Interstellar. Holy shit, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
What's your birth year?
2005.
What month? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates.
Yo, Parker.
Yo,
listen,
how
I
old
was
are
up
you?
here a few days ago. I'm 27. I was here a few days ago. Yo, after I debated you, I got like 20 hate messages. Yo, what's wrong with your chat, bro? Why they all messaging me, hating on me? Like, for real, that's kind of weird.
I mean, did you say some crazy shit?
No, I was just debating like a regular conservative. Bro, honestly, you got to check your chat, bro.
Well, I just want to say I disagree with any hate mail that was sent your way, unless it was deserved.
Nah, bro, it's not deserved at all. I deserve all the love in the world. They should have been sending me love mail, if anything. No, I'm not even trying to troll. But no, the real talk, like, it was crazy. I had like 20 DMs from a bunch of it was crazy. I think you got to check your chat. That's what I'm here to say. I'm not really here to debate, honestly. I'm just trying to tell you, like, your chat's
Did I
crazy.
change your mind at all?
About what specifically? About like what we? No,
Anything
honestly,
we talked
like,
about? No.
well, let me tell you like this, right? We were speaking about Jeannie Carroll.
Jean Carroll.
Honestly, Jeannie Carroll, right? Isn't that her name?
Jean Carroll.
Jean Carroll. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your chat's gonna roast me about. They're gonna send me some hate mail about that one too. No, honestly, I didn't really change my mind because I didn't sound like you knew that much about it, to be honest.
Really? Could you name one piece of evidence in the case you dispute?
There was no evidence. That was the problem, actually.
Yeah, there
The
was
issue
evidence
there was
submitted
no
to the
evidence.
case. We actually talked about it earlier on the stream. You can't name one piece of evidence submitted in the case you dispute. After an entire conversation with me, you did no research. Oh my god, it's almost like when I tell the people that they're going to end up doing no research, and then they end up doing no research. I was right all along. You defended
No, I
grape. You
look.
defended a rapist. You didn't even do research. You didn't even look into the case after. And of course it didn't change your mind because you weren't open to change your mind. No wonder you got fucking hate comments, bro.
No, I did look into the case. Actually, I looked into it. What do you want to debate specifically? I mean, the reality
I asked
is
you
that
name one piece of evidence in the case you dispute.
one piece of evidence. Yo, how do you want me to? The idea is there was no evidence. How do you want me to name
There was
evidence
evidence
that
submitted
wasn't
to the
there?
case. Wait, by the way, there's a standard of evidence for someone to be held liable in a civil court. You can't have no evidence in the context of a civil court and then them be held liable for it because it has to meet the standard of evidence. There was evidence
let me
submitted
ask
in the
you
court
this.
case, and you would have known that if you actually researched it. Name one piece of evidence submitted in the case that you dispute.
There was no real evidence. What the evidence
Oh,
was,
look at this.
she
You
had.
didn't look at. You didn't do
But can I
research.
answer? I did. Can I answer the question? Because I know what you're saying. Okay, she had witness testimony from her own friend. She had witness testimony from the people that supposedly worked at Goodman and Wardorf, whatever the story is called. Woodruff, Goodman. I don't know.
Dorf Goodman.
That's Woodruff. Okay, very, very good. Yeah, appreciate it. But this wasn't real evidence. In other words, okay, Parker, do you know the difference
And by
between
the way,
evidence and proof?
let me clarify because you didn't even get the contents right. You probably just looked it up too. In this circumstance, it was that people specifically she told them at that time, not necessarily that they witnessed it, and then the people specifically referencing that were a part of the business, they talked about the fact that the floor at that time it would be common for it to be completely empty. Right. So the idea is that they were justifying the story that she brought up, whereas Donald Trump's story was contradicted. He said that they never met. There was a picture of them shown together. There was in a deposition before this actually said he wouldn't have sexually abused E. Jean Carroll because she's quote unquote not his type. But then in his deposition, he mistook her with his ex-wife, indicating he would have sexually abused her either way. So literally, his story was contradicted. Her story was shown to be consistent over multiple decades. Who seems to be trustworthy to a greater extent in this situation? Obviously, the person who has a consistent story over multiple decades, rather than the person who lied about the set of circumstances that occurred.
Okay, but here, Parker, here's what you lied about. Okay, this is what I did do research after our debate. You said that Jeannie Carroll, E. Jean Carroll, sorry.
How many more times do I have to
E.
say
Jean
this?
Carroll. Sorry, I swear to God, I'm not even trying to be funny. That was a slip up. So you said that basically when she was on CNN, I told you she said grape is sexy.
Oh my
You
God,
said
not the same
afterwards-
point. We just disproved this.
I wasn't there before. I don't know. I just came. Honestly, I wasn't there.
We literally just went through this. We played it on stream, and she said that she thinks that other people think that. She said most people view grape as sexy, which is again a bad thing that reinforces grape culture within our society. There's no way you're going to do the same thing after we just had this conversation. Bro, I can't do this. How many more times do you have to tell people? This is the case. Do research. You did not look into this. You did not watch the video. If you did, you would have seen exactly what I just said. And you wouldn't regurgitate the same right-wing dumbass talking point that you already perpetuated on my live stream before. And that, by the way, I just won a $200
did.
bet on.
Okay. Well, I don't know. She asked you to send her the money, so I don't know. But
She
look,
lost.
I watched the video. And you are paraphrasing like her lawyer. She didn't say what you said she said. She said people
She said
view grape as
exactly what I
sexy.
said.
No, she said before that, she's like, by the way, it was like, this was not what people would assume. People assume grape is sexy, and this was like violent. This was or something, whatever. It was weird. By the way, you know why it's hard to find the clip? Because most mainstream media edited it out. They know it looks bad for her. They don't want to share this. If she said what you say she said, they would be sharing it. The reason why it's very hard to find the
You
clip.
guys just don't believe it. You want to know who also talked about it later? Anderson Cooper talked about it later. She talked about it later. You guys don't look at that. You guys say that's quote unquote backtracking. You don't even look at that as a basis for what she was specifically saying. You didn't watch the whole interview. You didn't do research. You claim that you specifically look into it. And then what you said was disproven by us watching the fucking video on stream like fucking 15 to 20 minutes ago.
So let me ask you this. Did she say this? This is what you're claiming she's saying. This is how you're manipulating the situation. You're saying she said, most people see grape as sexy, but really it's not. And that's why I have a hard time. In other words, you're trying to paraphrase in a way that she said all that. She didn't say all that. She basically said
I'm adding the second part because it's necessary context to what she was saying, that when people listen to what they said, she didn't or like it's not made clear to like conservatives that just watch the